Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. Alright, so you saw by the title, we're going to be discussing a interview that Craig Butler did yesterday. We had some key points. I never had a chance to watch the entirety of the video, but based on what I've watched, he completed his statements on what I'm going to talk on. All right, then we have to talk about Leon Bailey plus versus Ajax and what the coach said before the game started. Then we have several tournaments coming up, included a U20 tournament. We have to talk about John Wall. Obviously, he's going to mix into the Craig Butler conversation. And then we have to talk about the Youth 15 Malmo tournament as well. And then we're going to finish off this program on making a best 11 based off who we think will be selected from both Jamaica and the United States. I've made my 23 yesterday, so you can make it 23, and then we can argue out who makes the best 11 out of both teams. All right, so let me make sure to give the persons inside the chat some big up, because you know that these people are the number ones. All right, so we have Chris Smith in the building, big up yourself, and we have Sheridan in the building as well. Andrew Teller said, up JD, the most intelligent educator of soccer for the Jamaican people and the diaspora. Massive respect, hello. All right, Kevin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Float management in the building. Omar falling here already. Then we have Detonation, big up yourself, Detonation. Respect that you check out the video even after it finishes. Massive respect for everyone that rewatches my videos, because sometimes the videos get 2,000 clicks like on a normal after the videos finishes. So massive respect. All right, Martin Baker, our brother in the building. Pastor in the building, Pastor in the building. All right, Morning Crack have the fans addicted. At this point, I got to say that's how it is. Blunt Hunter, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Man of Valor. Then we have Joseph Brown, Dr. Hero, Father Bling, Ghost Future, Football Guru, and DNA with Corey MP in the building. All right, thanks very much. And you have Alan Weatherburn checked in last. So let me get going, because you know you have a few persons that came in and said I do big up a lot of people too much. All right. All right, so let me big up Siobhan first before it finishes. Finish up, because our brother Siobhan came in after. All right, big up. Oh God, David check in after Siobhan. So big up David as well. All right, let me start the big up right there and let me get straight into it. All right, we're gonna clear up the smaller ones so we can get into the conversation pieces, because I know from I mention certain person's name, the show just take off completely. All right, so anyways, let me start right here. The Malmo Trophy. Malmo. So Malmo Trophy is an international youth football tournament played in the city of Malmo. The ambition is to give all teams, supporters, and visitors an amazing experience in a professional environment. We will make sure that you will have a great stay together with all the other teams from different countries, clubs, and countries. The first edition of the Malmo Trophy was played in June 2023. All right. A total of 20 participating teams from 15 different countries, such as Spain, France, England, Germany, Croatia, Sweden, Denmark, and many more, were creating an historical moment in Malmo. The second edition of Malmo Trophy will be played the 7th to 9th of June 2024. The city of Malmo is the place to watch the coming stars of Europe. And obviously, we are talking about it, so it might be some stars of Europe, not in Europe, but from the Caribbeans. All right, yes. So they said age group boys 2009 and girls 2009. Facility is the Malmo Stadion. which is the stadium. Yes, and numbers of teams, 20 teams from 15 different countries, and playing time 2 times 25 minutes. All right, because obviously it's young kids, you can't burn them out, and that's how it goes from an earlier stage. We had to watch the youth 15s, and they cut it down, especially for the girls. The boys, I think it went a little bit longer. Yes, but anyways, what I'm saying is Jamaica had gotten called for the first one, but I never knew what took place. I thought they said it was some preparation, some preparation thingy. All right, yes, hence why they never went. So this is coming back around, and I do see Jamaica on it. So let me try and give you all the teams that's on it. But Jamaica is on it. All right. Yes, I've gotten it from the other day, but I never talked on it. I never talked on it. Yes. Yes. So let me go back and make sure I can get it right here for you. All right. Good. Yes. So Jamaica is on it. And that's a good thing, because what you need to do is try to get as much kids, because remember, this is like a way to streamline everyone towards some success. So it seems as if we are saying that the young youths in Jamaica not getting any exposure and game time. These are the perfect opportunity mixed from the Kingston Football Association to the Manning Cup, to the Coles. So we don't have that league. Let we use these opportunities to get these kids, at least for now, as much game times right across the world. All right, so they're going to get traveling experience at the same time and also game time at the same time. All right, so just mix them. So I hope that they can make it this time, because it's very much important in the development of the players them. If you're going to use the excuse at the end of the day that they are not developed, and then you need to take other persons out of the way in order to make them develop, no, send them these places. So at least you can get enough data on them, so you will know if they are good enough. All right, so I don't want to hear that they have not made it, but Jamaica is on it. So don't want to hear that they have not made it this time around. All right, so the boys, we should be seeing the boys I'm running out for the first 2 days, so we can find out who are the new talents that we do have at youth 14s. All right, so we can see more of them throughout their trajectory, so we can properly assess them ourselves as the persons. We can become their supporters as well, because we can see more of them and truly say, all right, this was a talent coming through, or he rose from this point to the next point. So this is very good, because he's taking leaps from this point to that point. So that is amazing. So make sure you guys try your best to get these kids that opportunity. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Oh, good of a deal this is, because for me, I think it's an incredible deal, because they would have gotten every single thing. All right, they would have gotten the facts to know that yes, when you go overseas, this is what is required. 15-year-olds, I am 14. This is the standard of the actual worldwide 15-year-olds. So when you come back to Jamaica now, you know what the standard truly is. The people that work with you over there, as in the coaching, knows what the standard is, where they should actually reach. So that is amazing, and I would love for them to take up the opportunity again and go there. All right, go there, because it's a way to develop the kids them. All right, and also give them a pathway, because sometimes we can't pay everybody at every level, like youth 15s. We might can't pay a coach at youth 15s, but at least you would have gotten some valuable education right there to tell people that yes, this is what is required in Jamaica for these kids to reach at that level. All right, so I think this is an amazing opportunity, with the countless amount of opportunities that we have talked on that kids in Jamaica getting, or it was provided for them. Obviously some warranted more money spent, but every one of these opportunities came up. We had said anybody called us, we would have paid for 1 or 2 persons to go there. Most persons never called us. So tell you what, You can't use excuse if you don't want to take the opportunities. That's what I'm gonna say, because we always make sure we put our money where our mouth is to get you guys some opportunities. All right. So the next one that's coming in Jamaica, this different from the Malmo tournament, because every year you have 1 and 2 persons that actually comes in Jamaica and put camps. The last time one of the best teams from Portugal came in Jamaica to run a camp, and we said that we would have paid, and people on the channel said they would have paid for a few kids. So clearly, we have not found those people that wanted that opportunity. All right. Yes. So you guys need to be more visible so we can actually help you out, because we want to see that the local talent comes through just to match the overseas as well, because we want a one Jamaica system. All right. Yes, but that is my take on it, so let me know yours. All right. Yes, so we have Aldrin in the building. Big up yourself, and guys, as you come in, smash the like button, share and subscribe. We are making sure we go through everything. Determined, big up yourself. How you doing, man? Dark Beskar, Triple E in the building. Lanzi said, when management fail to manage, should when you come on the show, you give your take. No, JD, the national team, them want to use to develop youth. But tell you what, we are just giving our points. Because tell you what, if a man don't show me something, I can't accuse him of something. All right. So this presents itself this time around. We are keeping it in our sights at this point. It's June the 7th to 9th. All right. And if I have time, I might just go there. If they are going, I might just go there. Might just go there to, like, see for myself as well too. I might can go there depending. I'm gonna check on something, cause I might can make that trip. Then we have the father Jason Ferran in the building. All right. Yes, man. Big up yourself. Hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah, man. Yes. A great deal. We take it up. All right. And what we are going to do, we are going to start counting these opportunities that they truly get. And we're going to reach back out to some of these people and say, how much people truly take up the opportunity? Like how much people will get to go to these events inside Jamaica. You understand me? Yeah, we need more people to be going there, Yes, Lanzi said, another reason for me to use the broad belt. All right, no problem. All right, and then we have Jay in the weather. Massive respect. People go and support Jay in the weather. Check out his breaking news boss again. Yes, so go and check him out, man. Always support Jay in the weather, and he's always here, whether the banter, and that man can take banter and give up banter. All right, because even the nights, sometimes once his team actually wins a game, which is not often. Which is not often, he brags, and then they lose games like 50 times after. But tell you what, I'm not going to talk about the basketball. Let me leave Janie with alone. All right, big up yourself, Brian Mighty. Hope all is well with you and the family. The father, what kind of title that? I had not said anything. I had not said anything at all. I just said the father. All when we are talking about nice things, these men just turn the chat in fights. Don't you have a kid? No, you guys said I should not call it. You have a kid, so you're a father. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Big up, Mr. Brian Burke. Massive respect in the building. Coach, big up. You're right, JD. Especially his team out east. Oh my God, Brian! Oh Lord, no, you set me up. I was not talking that. Brian, please don't involve that, because the show gonna mash up early. So you're gonna tell me that it's only 14 minutes of peace this show survived, because let me just move on to the next one. Let me move on to the next one so I can take away some of the fights. All right, so Jamaica U20 should be having a tournament coming up. All right. Yes, they should have a tournament coming up. I have not gotten all the data on it as yet, so I won't speak on it so much. But they should have a tournament coming up before the actual U20 competition. So for me now, that is a next good point for me, because now at least Mr. Hall, and this is going to come back into Mr. Butler. All right, Mr. Wall is doing the right thing right here, because what he's doing, you're not going to get those players maybe for that tournament, at least all of them. But what you would have done, or you would have gotten an opportunity to see the same players that you picked before, so you can give them a true chance against higher opposition. So you could know who you could take with them to the final resting place, which is the championship. So I would say that what he's doing is very good. All right, and it's a fair way, because at first I was saying that you can't just throw other people in and that's about it. No, you should not do so. All right, yes. So now he's granting them an opportunity for them to turn up and do this tournament, and then they pick from that with the other guys them coming in. I think that is fair, because sometimes you have to look at it, but obviously Mr. Butler don't look at it that way, and I am going to make sure we chop up that part. All right, big up yourself. let me leave Jason alone. All right, so let me move on now. Leon Bailey and Ajax. Leon Bailey versus Ajax. So Aston Villa had Ajax yesterday in the Conference League. Obviously, most of Leon Bailey fans saying that Ajax would get bust down by Aston Villa. I thought that Ajax was a better team, and I thought that Ajax should have easily won that game 3-1. 3-1. They pretty much dominated the first half, and in the second half it was much more closer, and they still had the better chances in the second half. Should have scored a goal, so poor and Ajax should have took advantage of that, and it led me to ask several questions, but I'm not going to get into that. I will save that for a different stream. But Leon Bailey, before the game started, Leon Bailey, the coach, said that the reason why, yeah, Brian Brobby, oh my God, that brother is a problem, man. This man's stronger than 50 acts. Man, the backline couldn't deal with him, you know? Yes, so but anyways, before it started, they were saying that the reason why Leon Bailey never started, because he had a niggle. So he was slightly injured in training, why he never started. All right, and they have to make sure they take the precaution on it. But his pillowman actually came here and said that he wouldn't have started because of the fact that they are saving him for the bigger game. But that was not the case. So hopefully they use him wisely, because we do need him for the Jamaica team, and obviously you know that it could lead to injury. So I wanted to make sure, because we were in this car watching it, and that was the first thing he said. He felt a niggle in training, and we don't want to pressure it. All right, so that's why we never started him from the get-go. When he came on the field, let me pull it up here. He looked like he was trying to reserve himself. He's not doing his normal take-ons. He was trying to take up spots. And that is important. That means he's getting information to tell him what to do, like the best ways to not to pressure yourself into worse situations. And that means, to me, they have it as a fear. They have it as a fear, like something that can get worse. So hopefully they take their time with him, because for once I actually want him to come and play for damn Jamaica. All right, yes. Yes, because we don't have much of the other players them, so I definitely want him to come for Jamaica. He played 27 minutes yesterday, had 12 touches. He tried 3 passes, completed only 1. He tried 1 cross, completed that, and he had 2 shots blocked. One that was right on the top of the 18. He tried to volley it right there. He got blocked. And dribbles, he only attempted 1 dribble. He never passed the player. That was none. And then ground duels, he won 1 out of 3, and he won the 1 aerial duel right there, and he lost possession 5 times and was fouled once right at the right side. He's coming in from the right hand side and got fouled right, and I think it was 90 plus second minute on the right hand side, and they tried to whip it in. It was a poor cross from the deliverer on the day, and it finished 1-0. All right, 2 red cards were given out in this game. Ajax was all over Aston Villa in midfield. They never had no time on the ball. It led me to start asking, oh, good, really is the Premier League? Because Aston Villa, they never gave them a chance. They couldn't pass the ball. Midfield, I have to give Henderson big credit. He's old, but he showed up yesterday and he was telling guys what to do, and they were in midfield clamping clamping Aston Villa. All right, so big up to Ajax. Played even better than what I expected, and if they can pull off something like that, I don't think Aston Villa beat them clear out. I think they could even beat Aston Villa at Aston Villa if they put a good shift like that in, because they won in all the thirds, midfield, defensive and attacking third. So that is impressive. They should have easily well seen of Aston Villa 3-1 or 3-0. So put in a next performance like that, and I am rooting for Ajax to take it over them. All right, yes. Good question. On the last show, okay. Juras, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. If we don't have Liam Bailey for the upcoming game, LT, we in trouble. Well, I'm just telling you that's what the coach said. You can go back and listen to it. Unai Emery, he said that he had a niggle in training. That's why he never started. So we just want him to take his time. So if you don't see him playing so much minutes in the upcoming days, it's because of maybe the situation, all right, because they don't like to come out and spell out all the situations as coaches and backroom staffs, so you have to watch the actions after they do make some statements. All right, yes. Big up Richie Royal, massive respect. All right. Determined says Bailey is committed to Jamaica. Superman will show up and show out. All right, no, I am not going to answer to that. I'm not going to say anything. So anyways, as you stated before, Villa isn't a consistent team. Well, the Pillarman them beat me yesterday and say, oh, my team is going to get dust out. And I am telling you, Juras, Aston Villa should have gotten dust out. All right. Yes, so, and I'm not bragging, people. It was there, all right? Yes, even Brighton got 4 from Roma. Yeah, man, Brighton got completely mauled. Yes, so anyways, let me move on to the rest before we get into the chopping up. All right, so Mr. Jason Guna was there, because Jason Guna, them, I don't know what's going on with them, but them time zone is just different. So on Elite Sports, so you can go there and watch the video to make sure I've gotten these statements accurate. All right, I've just gotten like 4 or so, because obviously you have to leave something so people can go and watch and listen to the conversation. All right, but it was very much eye-opening as to how he speaks, and on certain topics. I've spoken to him, but obviously people learn and add things to themselves. So obviously you want to hear what they have to say on the additional takes. All right. So anyways, the first take that he had from my paper, and I'm going to open the discard right after this. Don't worry. All right. He was talking about the U20s. He talked about players playing out of position. I thought he was correct. There, he named out one, Barrett, which I told you that I heard the same thing. So clearly, he was there and heard the same thing, that the players weren't comfortable to play in those positions. So after that, now you have to ask the question: why is it are we short on players? So why we never had a true left back there? Which I had asked in the tournament, and you guys said that I am just looking for things to pick up on. Because I asked you the same question. Well, he said the same thing, which I agree with him. Barrett is a more deeper line midfielder that can do way more. When he went in midfield in almost every game, he looks completely different, and he was one of the best players there. So I could agree with him on that side. Yes, he was one of the best players there, but that is something to question general right there. All right, when he touched on the part that they weren't pressing enough, and when they did press, it was him told them to press, and they were listening to him. I want to say that I don't think that is actually true. I think it was through his metric, the coach's metric. When you get an half press. When you get an half court press lacking, you tend to keep it that way. It's normal in football. So I don't think it was Mr. Butler's take to make them press. They just had the opportunity to press because they closed them in on half court. So they couldn't come out. So if you drop off little, you're going to get exposed, because now you're going to have them give them a freedom to make an over-the-top pass. So if they led onto your defender, it's a red card you're trying to do. So that's why half-court presses have always initiated and stayed with complete just staying on the defenders, because once they do release, it's an automatical red card. because the striker will always try to push you back. He's going to stay in between the two centre backs them. That is how football function works. So I would say, Mr. Butler, I don't think that is true, based on just the knowledge of football that I do have. And I think any coaches or anybody that's studying football would have told you the same thing, that they wouldn't actually believe that one. All right, so yeah, but I don't believe it. I think I have to give Mr. Wall his credit. They had opportunities that they could have initiated a half-court press, and they did so. And it was not for you. All right. Denzel McKenzie, he said he was trying to explain how good Denzel McKenzie is, and he should be the future. And but when pressed, he said that Denzel McKenzie was carrying a niggle. Hence why he never performed to the standard. Alright, I agree, he was not one of the better players them. And this through pass that he did in the competition, nothing like that. I don't know what he's seen. The comparison between Welsh, because I thought that Ryan asked him about Welsh, but I don't think Ryan actually had the facts on Welsh. Welsh actually made more true passes than Denzel McKenzie in the game. Successful more true passes in the actual tournament. Yes. So, by the letter of the law, Ryan was actually accurate. So, his eyeballs was not tricking him. He was better than Denzel McKenzie and all of the midfielders in the tournament. If you come on natural ability based on assessment, you could say that my boy at left back is one of the most complete midfielder, and if he had played in midfield, maybe he would have rivaled Welsh. That is true. I agree with his statement right there. But to say that Denzel McKenzie, what he does, I don't think you explain. I think you try to push it towards your player rather than actually evaluate the football in its entirety. All right. Yes. So and then now he comes to the controversial sides now. When he said the reason why some of these players makes clubs is because of their passports. He did retract a little bit to say that I am not saying that they aren't good. Right. No, but for you started to say the reason why they're in the club is because of their passport. You can't say, you're not saying that they are not good. You're saying that they have an advantage. And the reason why Jamaicans can't get it is because they don't have a passport. But if a coach wants the player and the player is good enough, they will pay enough money. So once you're worth it, they will pay enough money for you. As it from my side. And if you had looked at it and say maybe the development is not in Jamaica, so hence why the players them don't reach the level as the English players them fast enough, I could have understand that. But when you just stick on the passport, I think you went extremely wrong there. I don't think so, and I love the fact that Ryan had said that he doesn't believe that any one of the players them are better than cover. Any one of the players them better than cover, and he is accurate. And people in the chat, I saw a person saying cover don't play 6. Cover can play a 6, a 8, and also can play as attacking midfielder. But he thrives into the 6 and the 8 role. So he plays both of those positions. He actually even plays a 6 in Jamaica for Jamaica team. Alright, yes. And it's on the channel. He actually plays there. Alright? Because others couldn't keep themselves in proper condition. And you guys told me that those guys are the biggest thing. Alright? But we have the facts here on the channel. Yes, so and then now the final point after the passport, when he said that players shouldn't just get picked based on the fact that he is from England. They should assess players before they come in. And then he went deeper into it, you know. But the fact you're saying, so who you think not assessing players before they do come in? They don't necessarily need to get the players them in Jamaica, Mr. Butler. They have enough scouting, just like how someone Bart whisper. It's because they checked what he's doing. They can calculate their own things and decide off that if it's worth the time. You understand me? If it's worth the time. So the same coaches in Wall and those guys, they can assess No, I'm gonna get to that ghost future. Just hold on, just hold on, just hold on, just hold on. That's why I'm trying to set the stage to give him his points and telling you where I don't agree and stuff. All right, yes, because you don't want people to say that you're bad minded, the man. Because remember, comprehension is very tough, you know. All right, yes. So people in this world assess players. So I don't believe in that BS. You can pick Kadamateri for Jamaica without him playing one damn game in Jamaica. Because he's playing in the championship. You have more games than any other baller that's in Jamaica. And more detailed stats than any other baller in Jamaica. Because we don't have those stuffs. So why would we omit those stuffs just to bring them come to Jamaica? To decide if they are good enough. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Because even your players then benefit from a new thing called stats. It was there from before, but that is what people use to decide who is good enough and what should be done. Alright? And what is worth it. Alright? Yes. So I never agreed with that point, and I think that seems like, even though you're saying you and these people are cool, it seems like you want to say that you're insinuating that they're not doing certain things. It this point to the point of you believe that you are the one telling them what to do and feel. Think you're trying to make it look like these coaches are not good enough to your standard. All right, yes, which is not nice, because these guys are educated persons, and the fact that I saw them, not saying you are not educated, but I know that they are certified educated persons in football than you, and the speed of as to how I see them figure out what Jamaica is, what Jamaica is. And what is required for gaining success, I want to say I give them enough respect. And I think it's based off their education, why they have figured out how fast to get some success from whatever bunch they do have. Obviously, they could do better. That is true. They could do better. That is definitely true. But at the same time, it's just how far they are getting results that most other coaches never had. You understand me? Yeah. If Butler when you get Fabian, I think you have not watched us, so you don't make much sense. All right. Enough data is overseas to evaluate players. Yes. But all I'm trying to just explaining to people. But you have people who will come here and say, educate more than who? Garbage. Oh yes, Mr. Wall is more educated than Mr. Butler. And if you say anything otherwise, I think Ben, you're just losing it. All right. Yes. You have to give a man his credit where it deserves. And I have watched the game, and you know why I know what happened with Mr. Wall there, and know that Mr. Butler is not saying the truth, because I went and educate myself as well, Ben. So I know about football, and I know you don't know, because you know what? You follow back a man. That's the big difference. You are following back a man. I am following back an education to prove my point. And he never told anybody, and no kid follow him. It was a part of their system. So why we not fire the U20 coach? Wall achieved way more than Mr. Butler, but you never have time for research. You never have time for research. So be careful your statements them. Be careful of your statements them, because you don't know nothing about the guy, and I am not picking up for the guy, but I'm saying you need to be careful. When I always try to omit education, and that's why majority of the time when you fall flat on your face and can't repeat the process, because you know what you do? Avoid education and then wait on Jesus to come and save you. And every day Jesus gonna come and save you. Alright? Yes. Give the man him flowers. It is not true. All right. Juras, you not even talk. Remember, me not the biggest fan of Wall, you know. But we can give Mr. Butler him credit, and we can give Mr. Wall his credit. And you want to take away the one credit we give Mr. Wall, forgive Mr. Butler too. Brother, just sit down here, man. You think we're gonna follow you? Jamaica football has not improved. U20 or national. No system. Kick and run. But Ben, who play the biggest kick and run in Jamaica? Mr. Butler. He come here and watch football. You see me, I try to show you how wicked it is? That man only play kick and run. So what you talk about? You see, oh my God. Oh my God. You see it? You see it, Ben? Yeah, Ben. Who play the biggest kick and run your Manning Cup? Mr. Butler. So stop lying to people. You know, watch football, a friend you watch and company. Alright, so you're fighting for the head of the pillar gang. Let us talk truth. And you talk about Jamaica football and evolve? You talk about Jamaica football and evolve, you know, see CC a play. CC no exist in Jamaica. CC no exist in Jamaica. CC no exist in Jamaica. CC mash up. CC mash up. Champion mash up. CC dead. CC must dead. But Jamaica football and evolve. And stop the Ben, you're not watching nothing. And that is the last comment I'm gonna read for you because it's not worth it. Because I'm giving you facts and you don't even know it. But the national team has not evolved. Okay. Alright. I don't think if he gets it, it's gonna be anything better. Because he doesn't play no others. The man tell you, your pillar master tell you how you play. Him tell you how you play, and away just a complain about, which is kick and run. That him tell you say, that we specialize in. And then you criticize the rest of the man when I do something and I get some result. Come on, man. I am here. You can't say me is a hater because me give Mr. Butler enough credit here. And then you are the one we don't want to give nobody else the credit. You want to take everybody credit for giving Mr. Butler. Alright, big boss. So anyways, let me touch the controversial points them now. Mr. Butler said it's our country. It's our country. And anyone him come here, I forget evaluate at the first time him tell him pillar assist them, the truth with me that tell you no, say that him think from day one. You remember me that tell you no, say that him think from day one? Well, hear him say it out time out there now. Because he doesn't evaluate all of the guys them as Jamaicans. You remember me that telling you for years on some bad mind? Hear him telling you now. Hear him telling you now. And believe me, it's a lot of them think the same way. And that is what we have to... Anytime you see him, you have to corner him. So Ben, you are your boss. If you can't corner him for that statement, because that statement is wrong. All of the guys... So all I'm statement, either lead up into that, you know, because that him really wanted to say from day one. They are not the same as us. We should there first, and then anything after come. If Ben anytime me see any trap me see a corner him for that statement or everything me take out of context. Are you alone of it in a context? Because me know if I that is the statement which is wrong. That is dead ass wrong. Nobody no first. We do wall away first. Me listen to it well. Look, Ben, me know you don't write down nothing. Cause you just a complain about education and you don't care about education. So me know you don't write down nothing. Me write it down when I say. Me take my time to make sure me come and say when me I say accurate and when people go back and watch it. So people, that is where I think it's wrong. And that is where most of them look at these situation, and this is what's not fixing Jamaica football, because all of the people in position, they seems to be more of a nationalist type of person. And why I've used the word nationalist, I don't think they actually thinks people outside Jamaica is actual Jamaican. He said it several times, you know, even in front of me, you know, and that's why I had to believe that's how he thinks. And I'm going to give you a time to talk. All right? Yes. He said, "Show me." So you know, you may read Ben. I was reading off things. How can I remember every word that he says? Go back, Ben. Please, Ben, like how you hate me so much, go back and research again. And I'm telling you, you're going to come back and say what I've said is accurate. So go back and press it. That's the last point I'm going on. Because everyone, I saw you guys calling him out on the Omari Hutchinson take. Alright, so I don't have to take the Omari Hutchinson one. Alright, yes, but that is where I want people to just honestly, even if you respect the man, make him know, say Stop the foolishness. Because all that does is create a divide. All of the guys in Jamaica is no different from anybody out. Everybody should have the equal same amount of chance. It is not because of no passport why none of them make no team. Them better than your player them. Because other players them in Jamaica is better than your players them as well. If we're going to tell the truth. So these youth have not just gotten into clubs. They are at clubs from 7 years old, learning via education to be an actual footballer. So that's why when they reach 17, they are educated in football. Even if their physicals have not developed, their education to football have actually developed and they grow into their physical, because they are not desperate to run to showcase things. They want to fix their brains first so they can sustain it at the end of the day, which is highly important, because if you don't know what you're doing, you cannot repeat the process. It's going to be, as what I told Ben just a while ago, you have to wait on Jesus to give you a moment. And that's what I would say right there. So, want to hear you talk more balance, you know, because I respect some of your takes. I actually agreed with you because I had said it before you. So I know I like that you're observing that player and you talk the truth right there. I would like for you to talk a little bit more truth about your player as well. So that's what I've gotten from the conversation right there, and I won't lament on it because we have so much things to talk on, and I have to open the Discord so people could come in. All right. So plus no Jamaican footballer can't even keep up to MLS. Well, we just proved that. All right. No one has done what Butler done, getting players into Europe. Fabian, that is the next lie as well, Fabian. That's the next lie. And I think that's a problem. You hear, let me make sure I put a comment in. They said no one has done what Butler done, getting players in Europe. Only get strokes and dead because it won't stop. Fabian, that's the next lie. Because the man that's bringing the most people in Europe, you don't know him because you don't educate yourself. And that is what it's proving to me. So me just say a next lie. And then after me say that is not a lie from him, you know. Not a lie that he's bringing players into Europe, you know. A lie that you told just a while ago because you're not educated. You're not seeking information to know the truth. How much players Butler bringing in Europe? Go and check how much players actually left to Europe and who they are under. Stop lying, brother. And that's why we can't, you're going to always say, because we disagree with you and provide the facts, you're going to say that we are hating on the person, which is a lie. Because we just started off giving him Liam Bailey praise, giving him what he's saying praise. But if you're telling a lie, you know what you do now? You're not giving the rest of Jamaica any credit. Because you have Jamaicans that is getting more players overseas than Butler. So just stop lying, Fabian, or go and educate yourself. People will just put information in the chat. People will just put information in the chat how much other players left under the same agents. So give other people credit, Fabian. And you see it? No, you can't even tell me. Say I'm lying because you don't even know the truth. You understand me? Yes. Kemar, listen good. Listen good. And that's the problem. I think majority of the people that follows these people don't comprehend things good. They just don't comprehend. Because if you just said a statement and I said that's a lie. Because you have other guys that brought more people in the last 5 years than players that he brought overall. But you don't know him because they don't come up on here bragging. So you don't know. So how Shamar them reach the foreign? How Shamar them reach a foreign? How Cephas them reach a foreign? How Kaim Paris them reach a foreign? How Ziminis them reach a foreign? How Flemings them reach a foreign? You don't see much people end up going Europe, so please do just check the facts. Just check the facts, Kemar, and you're not saying the truth, and Fabian, you're not saying the truth, and we are not taking away any credit. We are telling you that it's not true. But we give the man his credit as well. But you need to learn to give the rest of Jamaica credit. That's how we're going to build Jamaica. If we can give everybody their credit. So you see it? And you can't tell me say me a lie. I'm lying. And if you ask him, he might go tell you say that's not true. He might go tell you say you have other persons that bring a good amount of players overseas. Maybe nobody made it big like Leon Bailey. That is a different conversation. And we would have agreed to that nobody made it big like Leon Bailey. Which that is the truth. You understand me? So one thing can be the truth. And we give you credit for that. But the next thing can be a lie. And we can say we can debunk that as well. So come on now, man. Education, what do you do, man? If the facts ain't there, we can't tell you anything otherwise, people. I'm very sorry. We just seen our great local all-star team play 2 games, and they was brilliant in their technical and tactical ability, and big clubs should come in, take them right away. You wasn't budging Leon. You throw dart at Leon by saying you wonder how good is the EPL. No. That means you don't listen well. And you're a liar, Ben. You're a liar. You're a liar. Because I said based on how they played Ajax, played Aston Villa, I have to wonder how good is the EPL. That was not in statement to Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey came on the pitch because he was injured. I literally said that I wanted Leon Bailey to stay fit because we don't have anybody else. So we don't even want them play him as much. Listen well. Ben, you're a liar, brother. You're a liar, Ben. Please, listen well. I was giving the man credit because this is the one time I desperately want him to come here. One more credit, me actually can give a man. Listen good no man, Ben, man. Ben, where you come from, man? What make you wicked and lies, man? Pull my video back and hear me say, Ben. Ben, pull my video back and hear me and come and tell me sorry. Come and tell me sorry, Ben. You're too wicked. Alright? Come and tell me sorry, Ben. You're too wicked, brother. Oh my God. The man wicked. Wow. But tell him you're going to catch you in something, man, Ben. Ben, tell me, go back and listen and tell me sorry. I mean, now read more your comments. After schoolboy football, there is no development. All the good ballers from school just leave and never improve in their game play. Well, I think they are improving over the years now. More things is in place for these kids to do better. So I won't say they have Dutch turn out to nothing, because you saw Blake left the other day. Blake, he might not look his best in the U20s, that is true, but he is not a bad player. You know, he's not a bad player. Alright, I'm going to open the post-match. I'm going to share the link for the post-match so people could come in and join. Alright, yes, so that is the link. Guys, remember to smash the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. Alright? Oh, alright. You said that shades metro. You have a problem, and that's your problem. You can't reason logically. Alright, yes. You can't. If you say you can't say me never say what me say. You say you want to interpret it and say me a throw shades. Well, are your problem? Are your problem that, brother? And not my problem that. All right, and not my problem that. And remember, you know, Mr. Ben, the last thing I'm going to say to you: all of my shows are continuation. So yesterday your pillar men came in and said Aston Villa I got dog walk Ajax, and Ajax a big idiot team. So you don't even know what I'm talking on. So if you had listened from yesterday, because it called education and not jumping to judge, yes. But Mr. Ben, now I know why you support certain things. Alright? Because you jump to judge me without even try to inform yourself from an educational standpoint, because you would have known that we were fighting yesterday about Ajax and Aston Villa by itself, nothing to do with Leon Bailey. Ajax and Aston Villa. So if you had not been here yesterday, you're talking out of terms, and that shows me the type of person you are, and that's why you support certain blind faith. You are showing me, you know, why you support certain blind faiths. All right? Yes, you are showing me that. And I can only judge you off your action, my brother. So I'm very sorry if you had showed me only that action, which is a blind faith style of action, my brother. All right. So hope all is well with you and your family. All right. No, Ben, stop the foolishness. My channel is the not the only. Yeah. No, tell you what. My channel is the most controversial war channel, as in people cussing me. Ben, I have never had a chance. You see, like you come and fight me today, and everybody actually agree with me because maybe it's just the one thing that is so clear that they can see what you can't see. Yesterday, the man them done me the whole stream. Just click on all of my stream, Ben, when it don't have your pillar groupie them in it as the title. Go ahead, Jason. How you doing? Let me share the link so them can get it.
JD, man, I think my on, you know.
You're on. You're on, boss.
Coming through.
You're on, Jason. It's not about I am the one that's sorting out my system, but you're on. They're here, you know.
Alright, cool. Big up everyone. Big up JD. Big up the chat. Remember, like, share, subscribe, do all them things there. Yeah. So, good conversation so far. I did watch the Ajax match yesterday, and boy, Ajax, like, you know, it's the Premier League had a rough day. Let's just put it that way. I think Liverpool was the only team to get a victory. I believe Roma got 4, gave Brighton 4 love. Aston Villa hang on for the 0-0. So yeah, it wasn't a good advert for the Prem yesterday. But
so Jason, before you go anywhere, so by that statement that you just put up, that tells you that you're fighting against Leon Bailey, don't? No, because of that what? Ben said to me, you know. What you just said, you know, is what me say, you know. But you're fighting against Leon Bailey. Or you had a feeling that you're fighting against Leon Bailey?
No, I think the Premier League is an incredible. I think the Premier League is an incredible league, top league. But I think sometimes when those teams go to Europe, they're faced with some challenges that maybe they don't see in the Premier League every week. So it kind of leveled the playing field a little bit. But you know, Ajax over a 38 game season, I don't know if they'd be able to hold up just because, you know, I don't know about their depth. You know, they might have a really strong 11, but I think that's where the Premier League kind of trump a lot of those sides all over the world. They may have 12 to 14 top players, and then the rest are more developmental type players. So maybe that's how over the course of a season, they might not win the Premier League, but in a one-off, 2-leg match, they're going to give trouble to any team because, you know, like I said, they usually have a very good starting 11 if they're all fit. So I think it's an argument to be had, but I do think that over the course of a season, some of the Prem teams might be able to last just because of the depth of the squads and the money that they have to build their squads. But I will tell you this: Ajax defense, the back three that played yesterday, I believe they range from age 18 to 22, and I'm telling you that those 3 players will net Ajax about $200 million in the next
200 million, yeah. Just like what they did the other day.
Because that kid, Hato, I don't remember his number, but he's 18. He was playing left centre back.
They took go ahead, Jason. You chipped out.
I got a call. Yeah, that kid is a genius. The one in the centre, Kaplan from Turkey, genius as well. And you know, JD, you're the one that told me about Wrench because he can play for Suriname potentially. So I've been watching him for a couple of seasons now, trying to keep track of him. And boy, he's a very, very good player. So, I mean, Ajax just have a conveyor belt over there, and it just speaks to the development of that system because they can always sell their players and then come back with some new players we never hear about. And 2 years' time, them worth $50 million. So, you know, Ajax definitely have the blueprint when it comes on to developing players. That's one.
So education is very much important, Jason.
Education is the key. These players are all 22 and younger, and they're playing against Aston Villa as if they are the dominant team. So, you know, they don't have the experience. So what is it that makes them be able to look like that? It must be the education.
No, maybe Jesus helped them. You know, Jesus helped everyone individual them. you know.
And then to the other point that you were talking on the program last night with Butler. You know, JD, I must say that I didn't know that I had made it in this life because I was dubbed a little guy. So I think when Butler call you a little guy, you're really a big guy, right? So people them was laughing in the comments last night. Say, I'm a little YouTuber to know. So it was hilarious. But I don't know if you got a chance in any of the clips that you were sent or that you saw.
I just want to watch 1 hour of it, 1 hour. So I watched all of those little frames.
Okay. Well, there was a portion where I had to call in and ask the question because, we had this whole conversation about match fitness of players or the lack of it, of the players in the Phoenix Academy. And I asked him, I said, listen, if I know you plan to send more players overseas, my question to you is, do you have a plan to improve the level of your players' match fitness so that when they go overseas, they're not, behind the 8 ball in terms of match fitness? And he did not actually directly answer my question, but what he said was that that is just the way of clubs in Europe. Regardless of how fit you are when you come, they must then do their analysis of your match fitness by giving you little minutes at a time. So I just wanted to get your point of view on his answer and how factual that answer was.
But that's the problem. I heard about yours, but because I don't want to make judgment on people, I started to watch it from the start, and then I realized in 1 hour I had so much points. I'm saying, then I can't even go over it because these points are so damaging. I have to just go over these points only, and just stop it right there. So I never had a chance to reach yours, but I heard about it. Persons told me about it and stuff. And so, Big Boss, I think it comes down to these guys just don't try to use education in nothing. Everything about it's just a great. And me just do things and things just do. And I gotta have a pave way for some of these people, brother. Because I think football is going in an educational department. Even Liam Bailey, I heard saying that Unai Emery really changed him, and really show him respect. Even if he's on the bench, he shows him respect. Explain to him why he's on the bench. Explain what he needs to do in order to come off the bench. And everyone else that is on the bench. You understand me? And know where to play the position that he was taking up, which is out wide. That is the big, fast and strong position. And the man tell him that if you just come in the inside wide channel, you wouldn't have to beat the guy. You wouldn't have to take so much step. You would have been a more lethal goal scorer. Because that's a simple adjustments in his game, And that's what he thought brought the goals, So you see that? So the one thing Mr. Butler said, what them for do? At the opposite, Emery tell him. And him said that out of his own mouth. Him never called Mr. Butler name, but obviously if you follow the story, you would have heard. So him come inside channel, and that's what changed his game. Obviously, you know the tactics between coaches. They're not going to talk about that. But just to show you that education is key. You understand me? Because the man I say, if you have to exert so much energy from wide, by the time you reach the player, you can't pass him. So how are you going to score? The defender is going to take it away from you. Was that not what happened to Liam Bailey for the first 2 seasons?
He was getting stuck out there, and then they get trapped, and then he's kind of trapped. So now his movement this year has been a lot smarter. Wherever the traffic is, he tends to run away from it and receive the ball running away from that traffic. So it's a clear adjustment that he's made, and you have to give Unai Emery a lot of the credit. He even said so himself.
No, you not have to give Unai Emery. Him. Give Unai Emery. So the pillar man them.
And he said that himself.
Him. Yeah. No, me have to make sure. Said him, Pillarmans, him give Henry the credit for adjust him game. You hear that, Pillarman? Henry him give the credit. So uno go beat up Liam Bailey. Uno go beat up Liam Bailey. Go ahead, Jason. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah. No. Yeah. He mentioned it in the pre-match. So it's clear to see. So you can't really take away the credit from Emery for that. But yeah, I just found it. I think for the people that have an issue with Butler, because at the end of the day, I respect him in terms of his passion, in terms of what he tries to do, right? And he has opened doors for other people, right? So I'm not one of those that can't see good that he has done. I can separate different things from different things, right? But the one thing that I will say, for someone so successful it is strange how anytime somebody asks him a question that he deems might be trying to, paint him as a bad person or something, he never pulls out. Because my question was, I'm trying to improve the situation for his players when they leave, and he's taking it as I'm dissing his program. So I just don't understand the disconnect, like with him understanding the point of my question. I guess because I didn't come on and initially say, boy, Mr. Butler, I love you. And this and that. It's like if you don't come from that standpoint.
The initiation to the cult is you have to say something over the top to get in.
And it's like sometimes the people that don't do that might have some information that you could actually use.
Yes, facts.
I was just wanting him to think about that and say, boy, maybe Jason Guna making a good solid point. I need to figure out a way to keep these players more active so that when they do go, but instead he answered the question in a way to make it look like I don't know nothing about clubs and world football. And I think that's his whole strategy when he talks to people. He tries to belittle you if he doesn't like what you're saying. And to me, I think he's actually blocking more information that he could use to help himself by doing that. But hopefully one day he will see that. But I mean, he's an elder now, so I don't know if he'll ever.
Yes, that day will not come, Jason. I'm telling you. I
don't know how my question was met with any kind of. Boy, I don't understand that because I thought it was a very, very fair question.
All right.
Can I jump in real quick?
No, Dubbob, work that way. When the man don't talk, you say I said. The man don't talk, no, Dubbob, you need to be respectful. You're two-faced, but you can't jump in. You want to jump in? No. You are starting your own conversation because I don't want nobody leave this video and say, we are hate parade, because...
me love the development of the Jamaican players. I called the show last night, and I remember Mr. Butler saying Chelsea wanted 5 more Phoenix players. So I was just asking who those players, what's the situation with those players, and the man get loose for me and trace me dog rotten. And all I was doing was concerned about those players. And him going at one huge spill and one this and one that, brother. So I kind of understand what Jason Guna say,
Yeah. So what you made of the overall situation? Because I said I found things that he said, like acknowledging that my boy over the left back was not a left back, and why the coach played a system that doesn't have a left back, that has a left back and doesn't have a left back in his squad. I actually agree with that, I actually agree with that because I had said it, So I love the fact that he called it out, even though I heard that him and John Wall is friend. So I love the fact that he stayed on business right there. But he had some other things that he said that I just couldn't agree with. So I gave him his credit, but I couldn't agree with certain things. And, so let me know, let me know some things that you think that he said, because we don't want some of the pillar man them can hear something where you pick out that is good before you go into the billion more things that is bad that he said.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I can't remember nothing good I'm saying, because Mr. Man may listen with my ears and my mind, and no matter if you're not initiate the truth, it's kind of hard for me to agree with you. And when you're politically correct, it's kind of hard for me to see where you're coming from. And him start a campaign, him new campaign is to get him players in the U20 side.
Mm-hmm.
I got pick in July. So I guess when you listen to him keenly, that he might try to speak into existence.
Ooh, so what you're saying that he's not sure based on the performances of his players, all of them will get in. So he has to make sure to sell a narrative that connect his players them to forcefully get in it.
Yeah. So
okay.
When is a very all right. I'm gonna share something to know. Want to realize how conniving and dangerous Butler is, right? You remember when the Whisper got signed for Chelsea? Him get signed to Chelsea, and when Butler revealed it to the public, the Saturday morning when Jamaica have the match against Trinidad. So can you imagine that all over the news and Whisper don't play? He's a very tactical man and he's good at what he do.
Okay. Whew. All right, so yeah, go ahead.
Some people don't have a clue what them are dealing with, man. But Butler no, he is the JD.
But what you just said to me, that's exactly what one of the subscribers called me and tell me before, because they were the ones sent me to listen to it, and they were saying that at this point it looks like he might have not gotten the opportunity to think gotten the opportunity to believe that he doesn't believe that his players will get picked based on how they are performed, and he keeps on hearing that the news more players coming in, so they listen to it and they believe that he's just vouching for every Jamaican, because by that default he would get his players them forcefully in it. And you came and said the same thing after. So that is weird. Like that other people thought the same. That is rough. That is rough. All right, damn. Guys, we have 160 in the house. Make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. If you don't agree with us, please drop the comment. Just like Ben, we're not running away anyone. If you disagree, you disagree. Because remember, look at it. Look at it. A man just said, why all of the Frenchmen them disagree with Mr. Butler? But I don't. Odin, the guy. Yesterday, the Frenchman them a beat me. Juras. Every stream him company him cost me. Every stream. Jason, not the Jason Guna, the Jason Ferran one. Him not agree with what me say. Him just cost me every day for the whole 4 or 5 years me the year. So me don't know. Me bring up a topic and then it look like everybody has say the same thing. That means we no monolithic. That's the whole thing. You understand me? Yes. So I don't know what to say, bro. You get me? So Fabian Brown, just go up on the next stream and see the man that cost me, brother. So stop the man. Uno cost me today now. So if me pick a stance, uno cost me. And if me pick the next stance, uno cost me. Oh my God. You know what? Me a watching you. Me a watching you yesterday, in the chat, and a predominantly support from Mr. Butler, aside from one set of man them, the same set of man them where I actually disagree with him today. So that means the man them listen. Why the man them hold on it? So everybody have to come to a conclusion every single day then. I saw it go Jason and Double before we bring in Tennessee and Pastor. I saw it go everybody have to agree with it. You have a different opinion? Well, we are going to go on next. Yeah, so just show your people. We not agree. Alright, Fabian Brown. Yeah, I think you don't watch my show. You're a liar, Fabian Brown. You don't watch my show. My show, one of the show them people cost me the most. You go ahead, Jason, sorry. And then we can bring in Pastor and then Double and Pastor and can come in after.
All I was going to say is I think the reason why I can separate each issue from each other is because I never chop off my balls and give anybody. I have them. So I can differentiate between different things. I can praise him if he deserve praise, and I can critique him if he deserve critiquing. That is the part that I think people don't understand. Why we have to just paint it with one big broad brush. Anything him do, him are the best. No. Certain things him can improve, and that's where my question was even coming from. To improve the thing. People say me I bring down the thing. No, I try to improve the thing.
Alright. Just no make body bully up on YouTube, Alright? You know make body bully up. You say what you say and just say your point. If you call in, you tell a man where you tell a man, because me know you must assess. Me know you're not a person who is mad like me. You understand me? Because me just get angry because me just see your foolishness. But you will try to make sure you find something and you not try binnacle them. You try ask him something for value. So me know when me hear the question, it's not going to be something where you're out of pocket, So me don't know. Boy, me don't know. Let me just read the super chat and me bring in Double. Moses, massive respect for the 50 US. What are we talking about? Ajax, like it's any other club. In the last 50 years, they turned out more superstars from the system than any other club, in my opinion. Johan Cruyff, Patrick Kluivert, Marco van Basten, Dennis Bergkamp, Frank Seedorf, and all the new ones them that came out as well. But remember, Moses, they were acting like my side is a no team, and Aston Villa would have brushed them. So we had to bring it back to show them that Aston Villa should have gotten smoke, and that is just a fact. Yes, so agreed with your big boss. Agreed. So they're bringing back Double, and then we get Tennessee and then Pastor. Alright? Yes. Go ahead, Double. You say a final piece, bossy.
Yeah. This thing what I want to talk about, Butler sell player. Brother, you can't sell player when you want to sell player and love Jamaica when you want to love Jamaica. So coming up, brother, sometimes I wonder what kind of brains the man them have. And we come for and say, oh, I love my country and I put my country first. And him this and him that and him this and him I feel all kind of pain and how much him love. Then at the same time, when him tap boots up in player, them the people him talk about it's okay for him to sell his player. So is it I'm a selling player? I am loving country. Two cannot coincide together, JD. And that's my final word.
All right, on this one. So we want to move on after it. So Tennessee, go ahead and then pass the ticket so we can clear off this one so we can go on the next final one as well too. Tennessee, go ahead, Tennessee.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, man, we are here, man.
Yeah, what me I say? Good morning to the rest of panelists, them, and thing, and your commenters and thing. But Jason is a diplomatic man, JD. And he can, can we realize, you see when you skirt around the edges with them, man, they don't care. They don't disrespect you, no matter where. JD, just as far as me say, a man could have put 1.5 players in England. The man is a lunatic. The man is a lunatic, brother. I mean, don't care what nobody wants to say. They could have said he's a hater or whatever. JD, and listen to them man there all the time. You hear this man come up and talk about speed players them yesterday. The man only talk about speed players because he realized the film players them never play well night only. See? Because JD, the man I say Mackenzie should have, like him I say Mackenzie, they should job Mackenzie in the senior team and Mackenzie can be the number 10. JD, the man barely can make the under 20 team. Then, and you ever tell me, say, this man, if we come in a senior team, you know, the same man a lunatic. And when the pressure take him, you when he drift back and say, oh, like another team attack, man, I under 20 team, he really attack about. JD, me can understand why people can't realize that this man no care about Jamaican football. He care about himself and he think the man can push. Well, me realize maybe him realize a team players them under pressure for the next round at the under 20 thing. So he come out on a campaign thing, and he might push team players them. But he have to push couple of speed players to make it look too bad. But JD, all me can say, brother, the man is a lunatic, brother. And I don't know what kind of cheating throw over people they don't cover their eye and things.
Oh, God.
Some people maybe they don't care or whatever I say. Just like a man come out and say, Whisper go straight in a Chelsea first team. See?
Mm-hmm.
You see when Whisper no go in a Chelsea first team, now he come back and say, oh, Whisper have to go step by step. So why never say that before Whisper reach our club? Before Whisper reach our club, even I say Whisper go straight in their first team. See? So when they say it now, people are trying to say, well, I know that he say, and they are trying to make up lie, say, I know really that he say. And that man say. Because we hear to do 1 year. You understand?
Yeah.
It's just like SP come out and say something. We're not truth. Everybody say, oh, speed lie. If Dennis Young come out and say something we're not truth, everybody can talk and say, oh, Dennis Young lie. So why when this man come out and talk in kind of lunatic argument, nobody know it talk. As soon as anybody call him out, you say you're bad mind and you're bad mind. We're bad mind for. See?
Yeah.
So if Dennis Young tell a lie, and people come out and say Dennis Young tell a lie, then we should say if people are bad mind too, because they shouldn't call out Dennis Young lie.
So Tennessee, you believe that it's because they can resonate to him, because we think our culture is more geared towards things like this, So true, them feel like them can get a help, or one of them friends can get a help from him. They don't care what happen. Them just always protect him because them believe through him they have an opportunity to get a help. So them don't really care, but them don't believe through the JFF them can have a true opportunity. Which that might not be true, but I'm saying you don't think that them believe, why them keep on believing them something where a blatant lie, some of them for real. But you don't believe that's why them keep on trying to support him and agree with it, not care much foolishness himself.
Yeah, we believe in a kind of con man kind of behavior. Is it because JD, let me tell you, me, I don't I believe a lot of people know say him a tell lie, but they don't care. See?
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. You know, say Speed and Butler. I two same almost two same people. If you notice, you see people them with hate Speed, they hate him with a passion. The people them with like Butler, I same thing. See? Because I told them man, it's same thing. But one of them just look more polished in a him approach. See?
Mm-hmm.
But now more
Okay.
blatant with him one, Speed a look more polished. You understand? Speed will say something, but he will come back and say, well, you know, and that thing really say, and him try to calm it down. But like not care, him just telling like them, and nobody can't tell him to lie, Mattel. Because him have a way to kind of make him one, even though him tell blatant lie, he have a way to come out and spin him one to make you believe a truth him at all.
Okay.
Jason gonna ask him a question last night with no animosity night, but him man defensive JD. Him man very defensive when it comes to certain things because when he call them a call, you know what them gonna ask him says, see? So he maybe tense up himself from before. So even if you ask him a good question,
Yeah.
he kind of a way if you get off at you because you know sure where you ask him say. See? As all me look on it, you see if you not praise them and they 100%, you're not friend. See? You have to believe in a way. Him believe in it.
Yeah.
But I believe in my Speed and when I two same people. And that's why you realize that it was them can't work in the same building. See? Because it was them have their ego and to me, you see him a JD, not because the man have Leon Bailey at England and he have Whisper at Chelsea. That no mean to say everybody have to lick him boot butter. You understand? Other people can lick it if they want, but me not lick it. You understand? If a man tell lie, then tell lie, and me have to call them out. Me don't care if they want to say me bad minded or whatsoever. I work me the right now, so me don't know when me bad mind but lover.
All right, I think that's all. Everyone just giving their opinion. So let me make Pastor go ahead because this was just in. Omar Hutchinson posted that he got the Player of the Month in the championship. So big feat for this little kid because it's not every day you get up and have someone that is linked to Jamaica getting the actual Player of the Month. All right, he had an incredible month to be honest. Yes, so fully deserves it, and I would love to see him come and play for Jamaica. Yes, but anyways, let me make Pastor speak. Yeah, but I had to put that in it because this guy have been ridiculously disrespected by a lot of people. Even yeah. So go ahead, Pastor. Before I get into the Omar Hutchinson.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to the panelists, to all the persons in the chat, and those who are watching it back at whatever time of the day. I'm going to begin exactly where Tennessee stopped. This is one of the times when I disagree with Tennessee. I don't believe Butler and Speed are the same thing, or same type of persons. And the reason he realized that Speed is a little bit more polished is that despite Speed's persona, what we have been championing on this platform, the value of education, is Speed pays attention to that. So Tennessee, I disagree with you in you pairing the two together because they're different in that respect. So Speed is not just a little more polished. Speed is forced to change the lies or the perception he previously had because he learns that what he previously held on to is rubbish by virtue of seeking to educate, let me use another word, inform himself of what obtains in the real world. The continued foolishness in Jamaica football management will not, cannot improve Jamaica's football to no level, not even in the Caribbean anymore. Because the entire football fraternity in the Caribbean has initiated or embarked on a developmental process driven by information, education, and external experience. Jamaica, in the next 5 years, if we follow the philosophy of the Jamaica Football Federation and Craig Butler, will be in the bottom 5 Caribbean teams. And I'm saying in 5 years. If we go with Butler's model, which is Phoenix representing Jamaica, we will be in the bottom 5 in the Caribbean. I'm not talking Concacaf. Caribbean is in Concacaf, but I'm not spreading it to the entire region. Just Peewee, little Caribbean. Good. My next point is this. JD, I saw a comment in the chat from one of the persons you were having a conversation with. I did not know that the pillar men, and for those who don't listen well, let me clear the air. I am not being disrespectful to anyone. The reason the 80s got April 1st as their day in the United States is because they went to the Supreme Court and demanded, as a kind of a religious body, a day like every other body has. And the Supreme Court judge took the decision that since the Bible says, the fool says in his heart, there is no God. They got April 1st. They don't use it because they are offended by it. But that is the atheist day. The person in the chat, and I'm not going to give you no highlight, where right, born Jesus. You're a disgrace to humanity and the creator that allows you to inhale and exhale right now. I'm going to ask, like some people do, JD, that some persons, because you know them, the purpose for them to come here is to derail the plan that you set out based on the title that you put out. And so they have nothing positive to contribute. So they will find every single thing that they can pick on to change the intent of your program.
Mm-hmm.
This discussion should never have left the context of what Mr. Butler said on Ryan's show, which by definition is a disgrace to anyone in position of leadership saying they're a Jamaica national. The motto for Jamaica says, out of many, one, we're one people. So, back in the 80s, when Edward Seaga was in politics, was alive, there was a section of Jamaica that said, my leader Banya, to say that Edward Seaga is not a Jamaican. That xenophobia is the driving factor in the present Jamaica Football Federation today. It is akin to Trump saying Obama is not an American born citizen, therefore, he is not eligible to run as president. And that is the sum total of this argument on the xenophobes that are in Jamaica, in the Jamaica Football Federation. And the pillar masses has deviated from the colloquial Jamaican culture where we no love man. Fear walk and a follow back a man and a bump man. And a literally embrace that which is curious in our Jamaican culture. Because by virtue of their actions and all of them have talked on this platform since morning, you should be dealt with like Sodom and Gomorrah in Old Testament times. When, as a leader, and you see, people need to pay attention to this, words matter. And nobody use but the conjunction and come with your disclaimer. The reason you put it out there is because you know people listen to you. You know the impact it is going to have. And it is your intent and your intention to cause division. The continuation of Jamaica Football Federation administrators and their cohorts, namely the pillowmen, the factions that divide Jamaica, it needs to stop. A Jamaican citizen, even when you don't have a passport, because several Jamaicans in Jamaica don't have no passport, including one of my brother. So me want to know what if it's only passport that make him a Jamaican. He no have none. So my brother Jamaican then. And a Jamaican, he has never left the country. No. Every child of Jamaican parentage and grandparents abroad in the diaspora is a Jamaican citizen. And it is their choice to determine which passport they are going to use. So if they want to use a Jamaican passport, they go through the process and get the Jamaican passport. It's not the passport that makes them a citizen. Because you can be a citizen by naturalization. You also be a citizen by ancestry. This foolishness that Butler and company continue to spew, it sick my goddamn stomach.
All right, Pastor, take your time. I know it's Friday. Don't push yourself, my brother, because you have, as you know, you had said it. Some of the persons in the chat, they won't change. So once you make the point, you just don't. Cause we have a next part of the show, we're nice, So we don't want you run up your blood pressure too much, because
Go ahead. I'll pause there.
Alright, people, if you just came in, please do hit the like button, share, and subscribe. We're going to get into the next part, but we saw Badman Juras came in. If I don't let him talk instant, he's going to done me. So, I have to make all the Badman him talk. So, good day, Mr. Badman Juras. How are you doing?
It's not Juras.
Oh, no, Juras. Is the next bad man? Oh Lord God! All right, at least you're better than Juras. You're a little bit more respectful than Juras. Cause me not bad me up. Oh, me not get the talk. You want to change the subject? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, morning everybody. I was livid last night watching the
Oh Lord!
Because he said yesterday that he said that every England man must get evaluated when they come into play the national team. Now, no problem with that. Evaluated. But if you ever ask that, you must ask that of the local as well. And if you ever ask that, why you want to send your people them to England? You understand? Because England must be the pinnacle, or Europe in the essence that you reach the top. When you reach England, you reach the top of your game. Not schoolboy football. And I was very, very livid to hear him say, the man them must get evaluated because when them come, kind of every one of them good. And them work, and them being them they are the pinnacle, the top of the food chain, so say. If them not starting, probably yes, if you evaluate them, or if them not work, them not doing a good job, yes, we understand that. But why you have to say them things there? And why you use schoolboy football as your pinnacle to make your people them go in the national team? That don't make no sense to me. And last night he verified some things that is about himself. Normally wouldn't say it out loud, but would have some reserve. But him a bit about himself and about him academy. If say that Welsh is not the best midfielder in the national side, in the under 20, is totally wrong. And saying that Mackenzie play well, that's foolishness. And saying that Mackenzie is supposed to be in the national team, that's another foolishness. Because Mackenzie cannot be not doing well in the under 20. Not playing well. And one thing that I see Welsh do that Mackenzie do, well, Mackenzie not do, is that Mackenzie was hiding from the ball. Welsh show for the ball. And as a number 10, you must show for the ball. Welsh, Mackenzie over the left hand side hide with Ainsworth for the first match me talking. And I'm saying, oh, you want a man like that within the national team? Which don't make no sense. And it goes to show the reason why I go up on the Mr. Anderson slate. I am promoting Mr. Anderson. And
Okay.
some of we who live it at Mr. Speed, we realize that Mr. Speed is slightly a little better than Mr. Butler. That's all I have to say for now.
All right. Chevy says, all I know, a YouTuber better have money because he will be sued with everything he got. Oh God, oh Lord. Yeah. So that should be it now on the Mr. Butler case. It was very revealing based on it, and I love that everyone got involved and gave their take, so we can see how people evaluated it. And none of we had sit down and talked about this. Everyone just came up and gave their take, and it was surprising. Sports on the Ball said, JD, go listen to the interview and stop listening to this man. Sports on the Ball, I've listened to 1 hour out of it, and I gave my take on the 1 hour. I never said I listened to the entire interview. All right, so he came and give his take. I can't push him off. I have to just let him speak. I will go and watch the rest of it and write it down, big boss. And if I heard something that was not accurate, and I listen back, I'm going to say so. So please tell me what he had said in Sports on the Ball. You understand me? Yes, please educate us, because I know who you are and know what you stand for. You understand me? But sometimes, if I had ever seen you came here and when a man makes a blatant statement and you call him out, I would have looked at a different Sport on the Ball. But I've seen you in the most clear, blatant, accurate statements that he made, so there's no leg room to say he meant anything different, because he said that this is what I meant, and you still come here and change your statement, you know. JD, corruption. All right, thank you very much, Tiki Stain. I expect that, you know. I expect Tiki Stain. All right, Tiki Stain. But all I'm saying, I just love one Jamaica, and if that makes me a corruption, I am okay with it. So Omari Hutchinson. Omar Hutchinson won a Player of the Month. That is very good for his branding, and I hope he can really get here. And I hope they actually get to him and get the proper information out to the public, so at least people can't be here speculating to say that he turned down deals, which he never turned down anything. You understand me? So we want to make sure he says, all right, then I want more time and I can't come now. Just make it clear to the fans, because we would love to see him trying to put that form that he has for his club in Jamaica, just like how people want Liam Bailey. I think this man can do anything what any one of the wingers them can do. So I would love to see him come to Jamaica and grow with Jamaica as well. I think it's something special, bro. All right, so keep it up, Omari Hutchinson. All right, so I had one of our brothers wanted to come and give a take, but it looks like he might be. All right, let me drop the link again so he can come in. All right, so that's a link for the Discord to join the discussion. All right, yes. So we wanted to do a best 11. That is our final one, Jason. For everything, like for both United States and Jamaica. We wanted to talk about those players from both teams, what we expected to make it, yes, and how we would have picked the players them. So we wanted to test people's knowledge on things. That's what I wanted to try and achieve. Yes, but obviously the fight kind of take away everything, but I think we're going to get it back in. All right, Sir Cranky, if you get a chance to come in, let me know when you're here. So based on what we had heard, not heard, but we know, Adams is not fit. Weston McKennie will not be fit either. All right, we have Balogun not in form for United States. My boy on the right back, Dest will be suspended. All right, yes. So they have like 5 situations, but Jamaica have a lot of situations. We just even talk about Liam Bailey. They're saying that he's feeling a niggle, so even that can turn out to be something worse. I'm hoping that it doesn't, because we would have loved to have him in the team, because we don't have Damari Gray because of suspension Shamar Nicholson, because of suspension Ethan Pinnock, because of injury. We have who else in the injury list? People, DJ, because he had a knock as well, and also not getting much game time. Big Ek just coming back from injury. Casey Palmer just coming back from injury. Mikel Antonio just coming back from injury as well. You understand me? So and then they put the MLS. MLS just started. USL will be starting tomorrow. Tomorrow USL will be starting. So inactivities and injuries will definitely arm Jamaica team big time. So we want to look at a very solid 23 that we can get the job done, or even be as competitive as best as possible. All right, but based off what I've named yesterday on my 23, it started a fight because people wanted to name them 23. So what I'm going to do, we're going to pick a 23 on one page, and then after that we try to pick a best 11 like out of America's roster and Jamaica's roster. I think that is better, Jason. Like I have it right now, visual. I can just do the 23 and people try to pick their 23, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, so we're going to set up that one, and let me talk about what is the best 23 currently, including the injuries. So we're not going to add those players in. So people that might not have known that some of the guys are injured, don't think the coach don't pick them. You know? Yes. So we have to make sure we educate you on the matter. All right. Alright, so this is the team. We're going to put up the squad now. So for the goalkeeper, we can all say that all you guys look at it. Everyone on the panel, please get involved. The goalkeeper, how would have worked the goalkeeper now?
Yeah, so Andre Blake looks to have recovered well. As I said, played one game so far since we kind of had the scare, and he played really well in the Pachuca match, kept it 0-0. So obviously not on the most run of form, but I think, you know, being with Philadelphia since probably the turn of the year, you know, he should at least be in, you know, some kind of fitness, maybe not match fitness, but, you know, regardless, he's the one that has come up trumps for us pretty much every time when he plays, almost. So I don't expect any different, and, you know, for sure he will keep the shirt and probably run out the team as the captain as well.
All right, so we have Blake, Or rest of our players them look as strikers. Guys, remember we have to have 23 players. 23 players we have to have. So if you want a specific player in,
that, Blake.
Okay, so you agree with Blake. Double, you agree with Blake in, even though he's coming off an injury.
Yeah, but remember the where the option is wait and wait. Season just about to start, so
okay.
I would either him.
All right, so and everyone says Blake get the nod. So would we bring Wait as well? So Wait would be coming for you?
Yeah, I bring Wait.
Certainly.
Third choice do JD, the youth that will keep the youth from Atlanta, the new youth from Atlanta.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to get down to that because we have to be honest. Boys Clark not playing,
and he's just not in the 60-man pool, so it's not possible. But that's a good shout, though.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but you have others in the 60-man pool. Jason, you have Jamaican inside Jamaica in the 60-man pool. You had my boy from Cavaliers in the 60-man, my boy from Waterhouse in the 60-man.
Yes, I would actually, if I wasn't going for Boys Clark, if he's just coming off injury and maybe we're worried that if he has to play he's not ready, I would go for Shaquan Davis.
Shaquan Davis.
All right.
Waterhouse.
Forget the name.
Kemar
Faster, you go for Faster. All right. So guys, who get your night Faster?
All right.
Shaquan Davis, you said, Jason?
Yeah, I said Shaquan. Yeah.
All right. It looks like that final spot. We don't know who will get that final spot because I don't think
my number 4 would be Amal Knight because my number 3 is Boys Clark. But if we are in doubt in any way, since he's the third keeper, let him stay at him club and no matter have to travel. If he's in doubt any at all, I would go with Amal Knight.
All right, so Amal Knight. So other person says Amal Knight. Jura says, Jane already said Amal Knight. Webster says Amal Knight as well. But everyone else kind of share a different belief. Yeah.
Yes, Travis. Davis is in the 60-man pool.
Okay, so Davis is in it as well. All right, so we're gonna put Connor Boys Clark because look like everyone all over the place, but that seems to be that third keeper will be a problem then. So we're gonna put Boys Clark for now. Yes, just to make it stay there. Yeah.
I don't think you frame it right to say it's a problem. I mean, as the third keeper, people are not going to be as decisive as they are with Blake and Wade. It's going to be a matter of what is our option. We don't expect that Blake is going to get a card or get injured that we need.
Pastor. The man just come off of an injury couple days. So don't say the man can't get injury. Yes, he played 90 minutes.
Get an injury. No. Listen. I said I don't expect it to happen to Blake and then in the same game happen to Wade for you to need to go to your number 3.
Yeah, but Pastor, if a man just come off an injury like where Blake came off, I think 3 goalkeepers are essential because if you go down to the next keeper, you don't know if the keeper will turn out to give a good performance. Then you have to follow to the next keeper, Pastor. So I think that is valuable.
No. The word you use, JD. Remember that this is the pastor that pays attention to the word you use. You said it's a problem. We will have this agreement this is what I'm saying. The opinions of person with the third keeper should not be deemed a problem because everybody is thinking that this keeper is what you would call a secondary choice. So that is why I framed my 4th keeper as Amal Knight because if Boys Clark hasn't played any game since coming back from injury, whether start or get few minutes, I would ask him to travel because he's the third keeper. I would prefer to ask a keeper that have put in a few shifts, no matter how long or how short, because at least we're not worried that keeper will be injured too. Because God forbid if something that happened to Bell happened to Blake against US, then our third keeper is going to be very essential for the next match at least.
So that's why I wanted to make. Yeah,
That's why I
that's a,
took issue with the word problem.
okay. Okay. No, no. That's why I said it is a problem for me because I wanted it to be good. A keeper that can just come in and do something because I have watched these injury patterns, you know, and I want to make sure, you know, because it is highly possible when you're coming off an injury like that it can erupt again, you know. Jason, so that's why I said.
Forgive me for going against you because I think the goalkeeping pool is the only position on Jamaica's team that I believe have quality in depth sufficient.
Okay,
So
all right
forgive
then.
me for that.
But I don't believe that, you know. I think after the 3, you know, maybe have one more.
No. The young guy from Atlanta.
That's why I said I have one more after the 3.
5.
All right then. All right, we have 5. We have 5.
So
All right.
we have at least Jenny. Indulge in this position. You have Blake with boys class 3.
Yes, Knight, and then
Look, Knight.
and then the
You
guy
have
from Atalanta.
Atlanta man. You have and you go all the way down to JD in white, which is about number 8.
All right, then fair. All right. I know. If remember, we can't change out people, you know. No, we can't.
I'm talking about people in the 60, JD. I'm talking about people in the 60. JD White is in the 60. Is in the 60.
I know, but if you got an injury of Blake, God forbid, you're not gonna send for extra keeper on top of the 3 that you have.
And that is why my disclaimer went out that I am juggling. I would make an assessment on Boys Clark, and then my next one would be Amal Knight. But I wouldn't fight against anybody who have a different one out of the 8 keepers that we have.
All right.
I wouldn't fight against anybody for the number 3 spot. Because I believe everybody's supposed to know that me no rate JD in White. You have to give a man his credit. Because he has stood between the sticks for some very good performances for Jamaica. Rating, what you give Caesar his due.
All right, Pastor. Then let's finish now. We finish, Pastor. Let me move on. Oh my God, Jason, why can't help me? Double, why can't help me? Oh my God. Oh Lord.
And there's another keeper that didn't make the 60-man pool that I think is worthy of a look. And he's in League 2 in England, Corey Adai. We saw him in some friendlies.
Yeah, we know him.
2 years ago. But he's having a brilliant season. Probably the top goal.
But Jason, look how you just set the man up again for come.
Pastor, wait, no man. All I was saying was he's having a brilliant season in League 2, arguably the best keeper in the entire league. So he's one that I think we're maybe not seeing and we should pay some attention to.
All right,
he's a sizable goalkeeper.
He's like 6 foot. He's like Wemby height. He's tall.
Yes. All right. So
about 6'5". Yes. I hear me talk about JD. This young man. Yes.
All right.
So
all right. All right, Pastor. All right, Pastor. All right. Thank you very much. People, please do smash the like button to get us up to 200. If you can, subscribe to the channel. We are some way of closing in on 10,000. So definitely, if you like the conversation, you hit the like button and subscribe as well. All right. So let me move on to the centre backs. How much centre backs we are? Because we have 3 players so far, people. 3 players we have gotten so far. How much centre backs you are bringing in? And everyone will get their chance. How much centre backs we are bringing in, and who are those centre backs? Double, go ahead, big boss. Who are your centre backs and how much?
Well, me I bring 4, you know, so me I go bring low.
4? Okay.
Yeah, centre back. Yeah, me I bring low. Me I bring Bernard, and me I go bring King and Maps.
4. King and Maps.
Yeah. That's me. Me no know. That's what me that bring.
Remember, this is an opinion show, so.
So you say King and Maps with Low and Bernard.
Yeah, the King and Maps has me 2 backup centre back.
Okay. All right. So that is Dubobs. So you know put Hector in.
JD.
But me forget. But him just come off our injury and him not play JD. That's why I want to carry.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, him say because of injury, I'm just come back and barely get minutes, which is true. So me can't fight the man take. That's the man say. So no Wizarding, double. No, you see what? The man same thing. We not gonna beat the man, people. Make the man say what him say.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Move on to the next man. Move on to the next man.
Don't say not to the beating. All right.
About beat you at all. I agree that you will. I would pick 4 centre backs in my team, and my 4 would be Bernard, Damian Lowe,
Yes.
Wes Harding, and Michael Hector.
So at least me and you have the 2 starting centre backs, so we're not far off.
No, and we have the same amount.
All right. So yeah, go ahead. No, Pastor. Hold on. The next brother that talk about that, Pastor. Make him talk and then come in right over. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So my 5 centre backs would be Damian Lowe, Bernard, Lati Bodier, Hector. So Damian Lowe, Bernard, Lati Bodier, Hector.
So, but you have the chance to take out an Hector, Lati Bodier out, right, you know, because he play midfield, he play right back, so you can just put him as an extra player.
He said 5, JD.
Okay.
Reason why I'm saying I put Lati Bodier at 5 is because his versatility.
Okay.
I think we are going to shot on the right back side. That's why I would have put him as a utility centre back, so he can play the right back and centre back, but not in the midfield.
Okay. I missed missed the other one. Oh, you said Hector, Damian Lowe, Bernard, Lati Bodier, and who again? I missed the fifth. Maps. Okay, maps. So Maria Pam. All right. So Pastor, go ahead.
All right. I believe it's universal that we are going to go. Everybody probably will have the starting 2 as Bernard and Lowe. But I am going to name 4 centre backs. And if I did name 5, it's because 2 of those centre backs can play right back. So I will get more midfield and striker power. But in picking a different player. So my 4 would be Bernard Lowe, Hector, Harding. We all know that we have the utility player in Lati Bodier.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, all right. So in the right back spot now, right and left back. Go ahead, right and left back. We start with Jason. Jason, go ahead. Give your right and left backs them. That you would actually put in now.
All right. So Dexter Lembikisa and Greg Lee, I think, would be at the top of both of those lists. Or not the top, but they'll definitely be a part of those lists. And then I didn't have Latibo there as a centre back. So I'm gonna put him as a kind of right back or left back / midfield as well. I don't want him in midfield, but I know the coach likes him there. So Latibo there would make my list as well. And then as extra cover now, I would probably need one more player. Now, looking at the injuries and what we have in the 60-man pool, I don't see another left back besides Amari Bell that I would probably want to pick.
Mm-hmm.
And so for that reason now, I'm trying to figure out, okay, we have Dexter who can play left back. Joel can play left back.
Yes.
And Greg Lee can play left back.
Yeah.
So that simply means maybe instead of picking another defender, since I have so many versatile defenders already in the pool, with Wes Harding as well, who could play a wing back role if need be.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably just say I'm going to add those 3 defenders, and when we get to the midfielders, I will add more players.
Okay, so no Javian Brown? No Javian Brown?
Javian Brown wouldn't make my 23.
Okay, all right. So, Dobob, go ahead, Dobob, and then my boy come in right after. Dobob, you share the same sentiments?
No. Cause me I go as a coach with the right back and left back position, right? Very unpopular, but me have to go. When me think the coach I go do, and me think the coach I go with Brown and Lambert and Dexter at right back, And then at left back now, me I go with Greg Lee and Amari Bell.
No, Amari Belly, just take him out double because the man just walk off, brother. So, not gonna mash, you not gonna make him for put on field. You see, man, them just try to put him in a game and him have to come off. So, you just take him off. Him no night. Me not think him gonna make it. Yeah, so him no night.
Wow. So, me have to go find another left back.
Yeah.
Double up, that's why I never just force a left back. I just leave it and say, yo, the versatility have to go reign supreme because a lot of the players who we pick already can play both sides.
So when me have to go add another right back to it. So me have to go probably bring in Webard in one of them other right back and hope say Dexter can play go there as both a left and a right. So if come with Greg Lee and him a play right, them can switch him to the left and bring in another right back. So that would have done. Would have put in Webard in there. So
one thing, you know, do a good job, you know, by getting more forward players in because we now work out, limit the player. Me see you now going to limit the defender them, you know. That me realize with the whole of you know. We now try limit defender them because we know get beaten for left out or forward. Alright. So let me make my boy up at the top. Bossy, come in. You get take. Oh, you gonna work it out now with it because you said I'm going now.
Alright, so let's bring in Gray and
Gray
and Amber Keys are my favorite reggae boy, so I have to bring him. And
Tave and Gray and Amber Keys.
As Lati Bodier would have be a part right back, so Lamborghini would be there with Greg Lee, same way. So it would have be like him in versatility, so he can play over the other side. So I will only bring one out and out left back with knowing that Latibodier can Lamborghini can play there and Latibodier can play the right back position. The reason why I don't pick Wes Harden is because this is a game that we want to win. And Wes Harden has not been around the team for quite a while. So the chemistry would not be good like that with the team, and he wouldn't know how the coach want to play and the instruction really how the coach would want to go by. So that's why I wouldn't pick Mr. Harden.
Okay, so you're okay. Fair enough. So me I go watch your selection here. Alright, yes, because you know me just have to watch it. But anyways, now we are moving to midfield because we have gotten a good amount of players so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 players? 10 to? You're on 10 players in, yeah?
So you okay.
JD.
Oh, Jason, what you said, Jason?
Sorry,
JD, you're trying to cut me out.
Pastor, you're gonna let me put you in, Pastor. Go ahead, Jason, what you say?
Okay.
No, I was just asking. So we have 7 defenders then.
Yeah, we have a 10. Yeah, 7. We have so far 4 and 3. We had missed.
The only I asked is because I was the only one that said 7. And everybody else did pick 8. So I wonder if somebody get lead.
Maps was the one. Alright, you know, let me put the maps on it then. Let me put maps on it for now, and then at the end, we're gonna take off people. All right, if we pass the amount.
Okay. All right.
Jason. Normally you're a man that speak the truth. You say everybody.
Oh my God.
10 when you said 7. That is a lie. I did not say it. No, I did. You said everybody, and I am here. So it looked like you are trying giant JD. In commitment, JD already move on to the midfielders and me not said nothing about the defense yet. You know? And remember, say this is the part of the field when me play. No. Now, I am going with 3 persons who play right back and 3 persons who play left back. Greg Lay will be my starting left back because should it be necessary, I have Lambakisa and the man that the coach always putting in midfield, that is a utility player. So I will have those 3 to cover left back. And I will go Wes Harden with Lambakisa because Wes Harden can play either the centre back role or the right back role. And of course, we midfield utility man. So I am basically carrying those players as my right back, left back cover because JD, where I am going to be putting in players now will be as you go ahead. So those are my players.
All right. And we should have Cranky. All right, so we have Cranky. So let me stop it for a little while and give Cranky a little time because he was trying to get in. Good day, Mr. Cranky. How are you doing? Look like Cranky not here. Maybe he will start with it.
My name Arteta.
Good day, Mr. Arteta. Mr. Arteta, how are you doing? No, not leading the league. That's one thing we're sure. But anyways, let me take my Arsenal. Jason, I never said anything bad. I just said not leading the league. You're not leading the league. So why you have answer? You know you come like pastor.
I have not said a word.
So why you open your mic? Arteta, can you speak, please? We're waiting on you to give your take. You know. Yeah, we're not hearing you. I don't know what happened. We're trying to. No, we're just fighting about Arsenal because you came in. You have a new name called Arteta. So we're just saying the one thing we know you're not leading the league. And then Jason, all of a sudden he gets upset. It's like we need to fabricate things for Arsenal, but this is not for Arsenal. Go ahead, sorry, boss. I am very sorry to even mention Arteta. My goodness. Wow.
Can you hear me, JD? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. We're hearing you better now.
I see Arteta get people excited. JD, it doesn't matter what you do during the season now. You're doing first at the end. So let's focus on the end of the season, not the beginning or the middle. That's important.
All right.
I'm driving this long distance back to New York from wherever the hell I am. It's a long journey. So your program is helping me make that smooth, right? And I heard a lot of the earlier conversation, which I won't go back to. So I think you guys give those things fuel. And that's why they keep on being in the public domain.
Okay.
Sometimes, any news is good news, but a bad, or whatever news entails, for some people. So I shall dismiss those things and don't focus on them.
Yeah.
As you're doing now, the focus should be on the upcoming games week after next.
Yeah.
And whether or not we have an opportunity to really beat the US this time, I think it's going to be very difficult. I am not overly optimistic, to be honest, even though I'm going to the game. Because I think we have lost some of our key players who are instrumental to success for us. If you take out Bell and Pinnock and Gray and Nicholson, that's significant loss of players with pedigree and who have performed for us continuously over the last couple of years. And the replacements that we have today, I'm not sure sufficient to bridge that gap. It was going to be difficult with those players anyway. So if you now have a situation where you've lost all those players, they will not play at a minimum the first game, either we may have a finals or a third place game. It's going to be difficult to make up that gap, JD. And I haven't heard the US having similar injuries, which makes it important.
Yeah, they do have some injuries, but the players that's coming back, because Zandeas and those guys are very good players. But you have McKennie out now. McKennie's out. Adams, they said Adams they might bring him there. Dest is injured as well. Dest is suspended. And you have my boy not in form. So they have around four. They have 3 injuries, 1 suspension, and 1 other player is not in form, which is their main striker Balogun that they're trying to use. So, but I get you. But I want to tell you that we might have more injuries still. Cranky. We might have around 3 more injuries, to be honest. Based on, because Hector just coming back from injury, he played like 14 minutes. John Russell, the same. DJ, the same. You understand me?
I think we can't play Bernard and Lowe in the center of the park. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're 2 similar players, similar aggression, similar lack of composure, or I should say the required composure. I think a Pinnock Lowe or a Hector Lowe, you have one of those individuals, whether it's Pinnock or Hector, who play a similar style, a lot of composure, play smart, not overly aggressive. If you have both Bernard and Lowe, who are very similar, it makes it difficult, right?
Yes, but
the US time to pull his trigger well
Cranky, the question where everyone will ask you then, with Hector, I agree with you. Everyone wants a passer and a calmer head with the more rusher player to cover to map up. We know that. But remember, Hector not playing, and he's just come from injury, so you would have just struck him back straight in. Because he just came back, you know.
I cannot play Bernard and Lotek. I've seen them play together.
So you're doing it. So you're putting in Hector even if he doesn't have much minutes.
Yeah, I probably will.
Oh wow, damn.
He's a very, very experienced player now. He's been doing this for years. He's not some kid, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no
Hopefully he gets
sub.
another game this weekend. Hopefully he plays this weekend, so he'll have a game and a half, or a game and a quarter, or a game and 1/6 under his belt.
Yeah.
I think I would do that.
Okay, well, guys, let me know inside the chat. Cranky said he would have started Hector and used either Low or Bernard, but not the both of them.
No. I would just go into the Bernard.
Low. So Low and Hector, even though Hector doesn't get much game time because of injury. So it's a good point. Cranky brought up still, you know. Good point. So I want to hear others' take on it. What the others believe. Go ahead, Cranky. Finish up and then the others can answer. We can look at
The US team is a skilled team, you know. And you're gonna get fouls against them, right? Because they're gonna force you to foul them. If I have two players who play the same way, I'm begging for trouble.
Very good point. But I've seen Bernard still in, and I thought that the reason why Bernard was so rushing Cranky, I think it was because of his injury, and he was trying to because look.
JD, trust me, I'm not the only one who thinks so.
Okay.
I won't tell you who, but there are a number of people who I know who have similar perception.
Yeah.
Who have even seen more than I have seen him. Trust me.
Yeah, but the problem is the problem is Cranky is because I have continued to watch the player because I knew him from before. And what I saw, I agree with you, when he came to play for Jamaica, he was trying to make up that turner pace and he makes rush decisions. Before, he wasn't like that, you know. And I'm just saying, I still see the rush decisions in it today, but not nowhere as close because he's like the calmest head in his team. So I don't know what if he's going to come back to Jamaica and do the same thing. But from what I've seen, and I'm watching him every week, because he's one of their main starting centre-back. And I think he's doing a good job still. But I understand. But I'm just reporting what I have seen still.
Okay. Yeah, but look, I'm looking forward to the game, JD. My hope is that we can get some new players in. They have the 60-man squad.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can be at the quality we want to produce.
So, Cranky, have you seen the 60-man squad? Who are you going to fit in now? Unless you're talking about midfield and forwards, which we are going to go to now.
We're up to the defense and the mid and the goalkeeper. No. So, Cranky, you agree so far with the names, though? Yeah,
Cranky, give our fullbacks them. Give the fullbacks them so you can catch up with the pace. Who are going to be your fullbacks them then?
Lambekisi and Gregory.
That's it?
Well, those are the two starters. For the remaining ones, I'm struggling.
So you're not gonna you would bring Gray or Javian Brown, or you're gonna just use Latibodier as one of those decoys or something?
I don't. As people may know, even though Javian Brown went to my high school, I'm not in the Javian Brown camp. I have seen Gray live it. I'm not in the Gray. I'm not. Sorry about that. I'm not in the Gray camp either.
Oh Lord.
I'm just not. I'm not in those camps.
But guys, you realize Cranky worse than we, the people. You see it? When they tell us so we harsh every day, you know, and Cranky is saying he does not pick some man. Wow.
Cranky, give me a moment, Cranky. Cranky, give me a moment. JD used a word a while ago that I want to challenge him on. The man is not worse than anybody when the man gives his critical analysis based on what he has seen of the players and his opinion on what obtains on the international stage. The man is not worse than nobody. It is the truth.
All right, but Pastor, we don't have much. Pastor, we don't have no time. No, we don't have players, so we don't have no choice. So someone have to turn up. We have to make players now.
We have choice. We have Wes Harding. You have Wes Harding, and you have Wes Harding. We have Chai.
Okay, all right then. Well,
And the chicken players and Brown, West Harding to me is better than. They're never something that JD. They're never been. I heard somebody said, well, they wouldn't bring a person because of experience with the current squad, the camaraderie, the engagement. But I don't buy that. It's international football. People who do the international squad all the time who may not be part of the current squad that's there or the previous squads. That's international football. It's different from club football.
all right,
So
all right.
The way you truly upset a chemistry like that is if when you bring in 13 new players, but Wes Harding is one person.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
see
So,
how it would mess anything up.
all right.
No, but West Harding would be in part of the three in terms of right
As a wide player, yeah. Okay. So Cranky said Wes Harding I work with, which may agree with him because I thought Wes Harding had a good season. Obviously, he's not playing right back, but he can. He's playing more centre back and he's scoring. He's linking up with the play in midfield as well. He can be the rash player, but he can be the calm player as well. The kid is good, I just thought that they never brought him in at the right time. And nurture him. He was the one that they should have nurtured, but for some reason they never just felt him. But it is what it is. Let me move on to midfield now, Cranky, because that is where we have some problems. We're gonna start with you, like how you make a stance right there. We're gonna give him. All right, Jason, you.
One player in the midfield.
All right, Jason, go ahead now.
You know what? I cannot name one player in the midfield.
Alright, let me give you who we have. Let me give you who we have. Let me give you who we have available. Let me tell you who we have available. Lati is. They can't say Lati is everything. So if you want to put him in it, I don't. Yes, so put him out of that. But you have Kira Anderson that joins the party. He's performing very good. He's almost a mainstay in the team. So add it. John Russell, he's coming off injury as well. And I don't know why these players keep on naming. It's like who name these lists? It's like them not watching the players them. So John Russell is coming off injury. DJ is coming off injury as well and lack of game time. The last game he played was the U21s game. Yes. You have KC Palmer, which is in brilliant form, but he's coming back off injury as well. But definitely he has played enough minutes for we to show him respect. You have my boy from Kevin Lambert. He moves down to the USL at this point, but obviously he was not getting enough game time. All right, so and then you have a few. You have Guthrie was on the list as well, one of the Jamaicans them that played in the 2 friendlies. Yes, and you have a few others, but I don't know if you want the others, because the others are like the young kids, them U20s and those stuff. So let us stick on those guys that I know you want to either pick out of.
I should say in the team. So I need to know, is it going to be playing or not? I'm going to be watching to see what happens.
He's on the 60th. Cranky, you asked me for the name of the midfielders and I'm just giving it to them. See?
Because we have this cat and mouse game in Hutchinson. So I don't blame the youth for one of don't show his cards. But that if it, don't name in the 60-man team unless he says he's committed to stay this period around, right? Don't waste that spot in the 60-man team. So I'm assuming that he says he's going to come play if he's selected by the 23. So I would say DJ, Palmer, Lati, Hutchinson. That's a 4. No other name jumps out at me. I must
Anderson, and you're not impressed with Anderson?
K-Ride is probably part of it, the mix though. Even though when K-Ride came the last time, Russell, no. I think Russell to me is like the Lamberts of the world. They're levels to this thing.
Oh God.
They're not there.
So you're not picking.
Lambert is not there. They're not there.
I have never seen this in my life.
Impartial perspective, JD. And I don't care if I get beat, I'm just saying my
Cranky, you're not going to even have a team. You're not going to have a team. You have no player and you're still not picking players.
You have a 14-man squad.
Well, it's only 14 don't use it. I don't tell them how
So players, I'm begging
Oh
you,
my
don't tackle
God.
anybody. Don't step bad on the field and twist your ankle because we don't have no subs.
No. There's 5 mid. I'm not a 5 midfielders, JD. I'm driving, so I can't look at the list in front of me. I'm actually driving on the road. I'm doing what?
So you said you're going with Kira Anderson, KC Palmer, Hutchinson will add in it, Bobby Reed will become a part of the midfield part as well.
Bobby Reed.
And
Don't wide up midfield. It depends. DJ. That's 6 midfielders I have, JD.
You're gonna bring DJ when I'm playing the football. Yeah, bring him see me.
I'm bringing DJ.
All right.
You can't bring JD.
All right.
If they're coming off injury, Palmer coming off injury, DJ coming off injury, and Tony coming off injury, you don't leave out the whole team, JD.
All right.
Is DJ injured or he fell out?
Yeah, no man, he was injured, and he came back, played the game, and he had a knock again. But they said he's ready to go. So let we see if we see him in our U21s or the main team this week.
We saw him in the U21.
When? Because the 24th was the last time, and he had a knock again.
Oh, so when he played in the U21?
Yes. Okay. So we are waiting to see if he comes back now because they said he's fit now. So if he doesn't get in the game, that simply means they just want, if he's not playing in the U21s, he's not going to be playing in the main team. So it look like he has some beef with them or something. But he should be playing to keep himself.
I thought it was all stemming from the beef. I didn't know that there was an actual injury.
Yeah, man. Yes, it was an injury. It was an injury, man. Believe me, it was an injury. The coach will tell you soon. Our coach will tell you. That doesn't mean I'm getting information from any insider, Jason. But it was an injury, sir. Yes. So
that's 6 midfielders, JD.
6 midfielders. All right, so Dubbob, who would you bring in your midfield now? Because it doesn't matter how you're playing, Cranky say you have levels to this, say you not get the game, you not come. so Cranky's a straight shooter.
Me I go bring Bobby Reed. Me I go bring Palmer. I bring Lottie Bodier as a midfielder. Me not care what them want say. Me I go bring him. Me I bring Lottie Bodier. Me I go bring DJ. And me I go bring Anderson. Me I bring 5 of them.
All right. Anderson.
Yeah.
All right. Pastor, you can give your take on it so we can finish off the midfield. And Hutchinson, Pastor said to put Hutchinson in as a midfielder. Jesus God. Guys, remember we only can name 23, We only can name 23. All right? So be careful before we leave out the pillar man there. All right, we have 7 here, and we have what? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 players so far? 15 players so far, yeah. And we have not named none of forwards and wingers.
Well, I don't think you have 15 players because everybody I hear talk so far have Lottie Bodier who we have in the defensive unit in the midfield. So you don't have 15, but let me leave that. The first player I am picking in my midfield, because if you don't think me beat the JFF, me want them put in name in the 60-man squad without talking to him for confirming availability. Because me want to know, why is it the JFF continue to ferment the narrative to try to attack the young man's character? Omari Hutchinson is my first midfield player.
All right, we have him on the list already, Pastor.
Good.
Yeah, go to the rest.
And this is my second midfield player.
Yes, we have him on it, yeah.
Yes. KC Palmer just coming back from injury. Play about 14 minutes, but the man is experienced.
He played around 5, 6 games. 5, 6 games.
Months now. Yeah, basically.
5, 6 games I think he plays. 5, 6 games.
Okay. Palmer is the number 3. Good. I am going to go with DJ.
Okay.
Experienced man, quality man.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
That is 4. What? What kind of why the man is a quality man?
Just let's make Pastor speak and finish now. Why would not like to interrupt the man? Pastor's finish so others can go get in.
All right. Boy, I don't know. Because I want to be sure Bobby Reed is the offensive utility player that we have. Lati Bodier as the defensive utility player. So I'm going to put Bobby Reed in the midfield, and then for cover, me not really rate Kevin Lambert, but I'm going to select him over John Russell because John Russell is just coming back from injury. And I believe in rewarding efforts when the opportunity presents itself. We are in a dilemma right now. I believe the team is past Kevin Lambert still, with the quality players we have available. But because of the
They took away Pastor.
and the refusal of the JFF to get in the players. So I'm going to go with Kevin Lambert as the additional midfielder over John Russell. I would not want to carry John Russell coming back from injury because he's not a speedy player anyway. So he's going to be overcompensating, and that I don't want an additional player. We are going sure of a card.
All right, Pastor. All right, so that's your midfield then.
Yes.
All right, so Double, you had given your overall midfield, and my boy up at the top, you give your overall midfield.
No.
All right, go ahead, give your midfield.
My midfield is Bobby Reed.
Yeah.
C. Palmer.
KC Palmer, Bobby Reed. Lati here, yeah.
Lati. Anderson. Russell. So KC Palmer, Anderson Russell, and who else? And DJ.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So Russell is the one that let me save the Russell space because we know we are running out of spaces to make sure we get 23. All right, let me put Russell on the list regardless. Let me put him on so we can take off people. All right. Yes, so Russell goes on it, all right? Yes. So anyways, now we're going to move up now to the winger areas because I think that's where we're going to have problem. Winger areas to strikers, all right? Yes, so Cranky, how your wingers them look now? How the winger area looks? Because you already named Hutchinson as a part of your midfield, So how your winger area looks?
The list of wingers we have available.
Leon Bailey, Cephas. You took out other man out of it, so Leon Bailey, Cephas. And then
those two are it.
Then you have my boy them from the USL. What his name again, Jason? You remember the guy name from USL? From the USL man, what's his name again? Deshaun
Beckford.
Deshaun Beckford, Malik Foster, all of those guys. Are you not going to try bring a new player?
No, but who are the available wingers? Because I don't have the list in front of me.
Yes, not I'm telling you, Bailey and Cephas, and then everybody else, Beckford and the other guy from USL and the JPL and stuff.
And remember for this 23 exercise, we have to include the 2 suspended players. So go ahead and put Grape on it.
We have to include them.
We can't name 20. We can't name 25 players for the tournament. We have to name 23.
We have to include them.
No, Nicholson and Gray have to be in it because they can play the third place game.
So we have to put it in a 23 or a 25?
Yes, you have to name 23 for the Nations League finals. So the players that are like Dest, if he's gonna play in the second game, they will name him in the 23.
So it's not 25 players? Them can't bring anybody extra?
No.
Oh wow.
Not 25 players is 23.
What you said, Cranky? What you said?
I thought Dest was a straight red and he had to miss like 3 games versus 1 game.
I think I one game.
No, Dest
it was 2 yellow cards.
Got a yellow and then a second yellow. Yeah, it wasn't just like it was just like Grace.
Okay, that's kind of tough still. 21 players I have to name?
You have to name 21 because Gray
Just
and
for the
Nicholson.
first game, JD.
Yeah, just for the first game. But the way how the rules work, JD, on the first game, they'll be listed on there and you'll see suspended by their name. But they have to be named if you want to use them in the tournament at all.
Okay, so that means that no, so, double then a 23 players we are bringing in. Double, but so it go. But I never that me here, man. Me here like he could have written the 25 and then, you know what, I'm going to research it a little bit more because I never ask people. Because that's unfair. Then we not have no players then.
Yeah, but the same thing applied to the USA team, to JD.
Yeah, because USA. But Concacaf can name 21 good USA players and then left out the next two.
JD, look at it this way, JD. Let's say it was the Gold Cup, right? And we have 23 players in the group stage, right?
Yeah.
And in the last group stage game, 2 man pick up them second yellow. We can't just bring in 2 more man for the next game. Them 2 man they just suspend for the first quarterfinal. So it's the same rules for this.
Oh my God, boy, oh boy, I start think like Hanky now. Because that's so now we know because them can bring in 21 man. We are solid players. We have players that we can bring in the Cara and this them. I think they're good, but they're over reliant on certain players. It's just gonna be over the top, man. Cause I really think we have a true shot of winning this damn game. But 21.
Well, you know, JD, we have Cephas, Bailey, and Antonio playing up front. That's the 3.
Yeah.
Now I know there's a bench, but those 3 can start. And then you think about how you're feeling on the bench.
But JD,
for that game.
Well, Arteta, we just hear the coach Liam Bailey say he have a slight knock, so them never want to pressure him. So I don't even know.
Him have 2 weeks to get better.
But JD, in a realistic world, you know, to win, for Jamaica to win that game, there, you know, it's gonna be one of the biggest upsets in a Concacaf, you know.
Based on how we are looking at it now, but no, before it did not be one of the biggest upset, but based on how it look now, this is different level. If we win this game,
half our best team can play the first game.
Wow, damn. So okay, I'm never interested in something I know about because.
You know what that points out? You know what that points out? You need quality, multiple quality in each position in your team.
Depth, absolutely. Absolutely. Arteta, that has saved. Arteta, that's what's saving us this season. Because he realized that and added more depth to the damn team. So Jamaica need to take a page out of that book and make sure we are using the requisite quality in the 60-man pool itself. Because JD, when he was mentioning wingers just now, he said Bailey, Cephas, and then them other USL man there. No, you can't tell me that Jamaica don't have more wingers out there that could have made the 60-man pool.
But Hutchinson and Battery can play wide.
Yeah, them can play wide, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the team is very flexible in terms of players are versatile. Low is somewhat versatile. Tati is versatile. Tembakizi is versatile.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of them. Right, Casey Palmer as well.
So Jamalo would have to come in our team then. Stan Conky then. We have to bring him then.
No, I don't see where.
We don't have no winger. We don't have the winger. We don't have no forward. So
the only way we can bring Jamalo is not bring Cephas.
No, they were the 3 wingers. They were the 3 wingers. Cephas, Liam Bailey, and Jamalo.
But JD, if you get about Demari Gray.
Alright, make add in Demari Gray.
That would be the 4th winger then.
Yeah, so Muda bring Hutchinson and Bailey as 2 winger.
Yeah.
On the other side, Muda bring Gray and Lower or Cephas. So that would be it for me.
Okay, so Kadamari and those striker guys not get no chance then.
But
wow.
Kadamari in a centre forward. Maybe bring Kadamari, Boza and Antonio as the centre forward.
Okay. Alright, so we have, let me tell you what we have on the bench.
How much slot would have left to fill out the 23 JD in the forwards?
We now put in Gray, Antonio in. We have 11 on the bench and we have 2 space alone left on the actual field. I need to put in Cephas, so say. Let me put in Cephas.
JD, I don't know about that Cephas something there, you know.
So now that you think about it, what? Cephas don't make it or what?
So no Kadamari wouldn't be there.
Would I put low over C first?
I mean, I hear nobody mention the brother that was training with them last time, getting his passport and scoring a bag of goal, Devante Cole.
Devante Cole as well. So that's what I tell you, this too cranky. It just set up for the madness because that means a 21 player we have a name and 3 goalkeepers out of 21 that are
18 outfield players.
18 outfield players.
That's just for the first game, JD.
Yeah, but so Dubbo, which of that game mean something? The second game don't really mean much to me, you know? Because if we can't win the first game.
JD.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring Gray and Nicholson.
You wouldn't bring them. You just bring a full team. Yeah, because to be honest, we have to say that Dubbo, we have to talk the truth, brother. Because we have to talk the truth, brother.
No. That I see that point. I can understand that, even though but that's because you have to win one to reach the next one. So it don't make no sense to go with this. You have to go with your strongest possible team to win the first game.
Yeah, man. I even though we know Bowser and them, man, they're the real. They will get the job done. But that after the final, if we reach there, so we act like we are a big team.
Unless there's a huge difference in prize money between third and fourth, I'll probably leave Gray and Nicholson.
So you have to look on the money. Look on the money table. Look on the money table and see. Okay.
Wow.
No, but here's the thing though, JD. All right. So 18 outfield players, right? 10 will start. So that means you have 8 options on your bench for 5 subs, potentially 6 subs. Right?
Well, yes.
So we can pick the team in a way to make sure that we have the 8 right subs and the starting team for the first game, though, because I think I would still bring the 2 players because you still have 21 players on the team. It's only
but Jason, you know, so people can get injured in the training, you know. So one man get injured and have no bench, you know. Yeah.
Well, that is why we have to be sure that the 18 that we select are, all good. We can't bring man that is close to not being fit.
Andre Blake, I come from injury. He said several men are come on the list. We are come for injury. So
yes, Andre Blake is not affected by the suspensions because none of the keeper them not suspended. So
I know.
We still have 2 backup keepers. So Blake it's okay. Let's look at the players on the field, like in the wide areas, who have niggles because we're down Gray in that area.
Only Liam Bailey so far. We hear a report from him coach. Only Liam Bailey.
Okay, well, we see Liam Bailey play for Jamaica with him leg strap up like a ghost.
Jamal Lowe just come off of almost a season-ending injury.
Yes, and you reported that he was stronger than you thought.
What about
Roof? Roof just coming back. So I don't know if you would take a risk. Yes, he played. Yeah, man, he played. But Roof, I think if you are talking about a player that is any day injury, I think him and Kevin Stewart in that level. I wouldn't bank on him to stay fit. If I have one player to choose from, no.
I would take Roof instead of Low. I'm not the biggest Low fan.
Okay.
Roof instead of Low.
Roof can play the 10. Roof can play the 10. Maybe
So can Jamal Low.
Yeah, instead of Jamal Low, I bring Roof instead of Low.
All right, so
I'm not the biggest Low fan.
If it's between those 2, I would go with Jamal Lowe. I think he offers a bit more currently. I think he fits in a little more with the style of play we use as well.
Yeah, that's what I think.
More technical of a player, and I think Lowe can handle that hustle and bustle Concacaf a little bit better. So for those reasons, I think Lowe would play over him for me if it's a choice between those 2.
Boy, one thing with midfield weak. We forward line one sub of disaster. We're back line and look all that bad.
JD, our midfielders are. I would call our midfield weak. It's talent.
Jesus God.
Midfield need a lot of work. We need to either build them or recruit them. But the midfield is not where it needs to be.
So
right? When Raven helped with both. We haven't seen anyone to replace Ravel yet.
Yeah. So how you think we can fix this for the future? Because something like this should not happen again, you know. We should not be able to can't feed a 23 of solidly fit players, you know.
JD, it's simple. We just need more players. We are a lot of we are getting ahead of ourselves and think we reach. We don't have a bench.
No, we have a bench. We have a bench, but everybody's fit. We have a bench.
No, Cranky, look at it, Cranky. All right, so at our wing position, right? If right. Bailey, Demari and Bailey Demari and our boy from Fulham, Bobby Reed is on the field, right? Tell me a good winger that can come off the bench.
No. Our wingers would be 4 going forward. It's Hutchinson, Bailey, Demari, right? So there's 4, and Bobby Reed. There's 4 wingers. We have 4 very good wingers. We don't need another winger per se. If those 4 are committed,
but remember, Cranky. Yeah. Remember, Bobby Reed. Them always play Bobby Reed as a 10. So technically, we will only have 1 winger on the bench, and that would be Hutchinson. And sometimes, and we have to be realistic. We're not even sure about Hutchinson, to be honest. If we want to be honest.
Right. No, that's fair. But I'm saying Bobby Reed is a utility player who plays wing for his club. He plays wing for Jamaica and play a right back and play a wing back and play a lot of different places.
But
so
Cranky,
he's a legitimate winger.
Yeah, but Cranky, the point you was making is that the bench, we don't have a bench. Yes, we can feel.
The bench need work. But here's the good thing about it. We're bringing in younger players like the Keroys of the world who we expect to evolve and get better over time, right? So hopefully they can matriculate into somebody who's a very good midfielder at some point. But right now he's not at the level where we need to compete where we want to in Concacaf. But the kid is getting better and he's young. The good thing about it, he's young. So what we're looking at is the under 20. Do we have people in the under 20 or under 17 who would believe can matriculate to the first team in the next year or 2? Probably next year is more important.
I saw one. Cranky, I saw one.
I think only Welsh. Only Welsh, to be honest. And I don't think yes, yeah, man. And I don't even think Welsh will make that big jump. So like the rest of the guys, them. You have Welsh. You have Dixon. No, not Dixon. What's his name again, man? That plays for Cavalier. They will put him in the numbers. Reed, you have Reed, and you have Barrett. So those are the 3 that people would be looking for out of the U20 camp as the deeper line midfielders. I don't think none of them close. I think Cover is more closer than any one of them. Because I saw Cover and he has the size. And where he's playing the competition. I think Cover might be, you know, Kirai may be playing more than Cover, you know, but I think Kirai might not be better than Cover, you know. Cranky, he might not be, you know. It's because he can't get so much game time at a higher level in Leicester that's trying to come back to the Premier League. You understand me? So that is the problem. That is the problem with Cover.
But JD, the good thing about that, JD, is that Leicester is a Premier League team, as they show in the Championship, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have competition for places. So even though a player may not be able to get to the Leicester team, it's not like he's trying to get into a League One team or a Championship team, which is at the middle or bottom of the standing. He's a very competitive midfield. You look at Leicester's midfield; it's a competitive midfield.
Yes, yeah, no, of course, I know it's a very competitive, but I'm just telling people that don't write off Cover to say Karai is better than him instant, because the competition where he might run a with teams that's trying to go back to the Premier League, I think we're doing him a disservice because the last time we saw him play the excellent 45. You understand me? Not say the competition was the toughest competition, but his team itself that he had to play and sync with, he never looked out of place, and that is a good testament to say that maybe this kid is very good. We just don't see him enough, you know.
So I didn't watch the under 20 because I boycotted because, you know, for my own personal reasons. So were the players coming to the under 20 they can move up to the senior team?
No. Lynch is the closest thing I would say could have moved up to the senior team. You have, I think Blake stock dropped. that U20s. Because all of the games them, don't let anybody fool you, Cranky. All of the games them, Blake was suspect because Blake is trying to use technical side on the ball when his team and not even making his team play with him. And it just never worked out for him. He gave up chances in every one of the games. The last game was just terrible for him. So he never had a good tournament. And he was the one that was my player going in. Because I said he's going to show them now. But last time he had a quality centre back beside him. So maybe that's why he looked so comfortable. But this time he had, what's his name again? Michael Farbs or whatever. Farbs he started off good, but he found himself in some isolated positions, and he just gave up cards, you know. So
So what I'm saying about JD, because I didn't see it, the one that played in last, not this round, biggest one
Luke
last
Badley
year.
Morgan.
Luke Badley Morgan had a season-ending injury, you know, a bad injury, you know. So that's what I think he's fighting to come back from. Just like the striker Clark. Yes, they had some bad injuries, so that's what really stopped them. I thought that Badley Morgan, he went to Stoke, right, Jason? He went to Stoke.
Yeah,
I saw
left Chelsea and went to Stoke.
Went to Stoke, but
he played PL2 last season, but this season he mashed up his knee, I believe it is.
So that's it. No, cover is not in the pool, and I thought that they did a bad job. The scouting team for Jamaica did a terrible job on that kid.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Ronaldo Barrett and Reed are in the.
Yes, they are in it. They are in it. So they did a terrible job. Not
Barrett, not Barrett, but Adrian Reed is on it.
Reed is in it, and there is nowhere on planet Earth Reed is better than cover. And no disrespect to the kid, because I talk highly of him, but we are disrespecting people, brother. I honestly believe that they should have done more scouting, or maybe the coach just don't rate the player. Because I heard him talk like, oh, it was John Wall brought him come, and I thought that was disrespectful, Cranky, when he said that, you know.
That's what I was referring to a little bit earlier when I said, you know, sometimes when people see the 60 man, them say 60 man, what's the big deal? No, you have to put the players that make sense on these lists as well, because Adrian Reed was never going to make this 23. So why even put him on the 60 man?
So here's a question for you. You guys think the coach is the only person who picked the 60 man?
No, he said he's not him alone. He said that. He said he doesn't pick the, it's a collective effort of all three of them.
Okay. It's more than three, but anyway.
The Cranky, the man said three of them pick it. So 3 is too much for me. You understand me? Because at 23 is too much for me, you know. I think you should sign off everything and you should work on your plan. So even people bringing you, the 60 should be the 3. The 23 should be you alone, Jason. Me honestly believe so. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but
I think JD, you should never do these things alone, no, JD. I think what you need to do is, because one person doesn't know everything, no matter how smart they are. I'm sure Klopp and Guardiola talk to their people, because you need a sounding board now. And if people challenge you as to whether or not the decision you're making can
yes, Cranky, that's why I said we would have work on the 60, but remember, it's your system. It's your system, your final system, so that's why I said 23.
So JD, there's a difference between the final decision and the process to get to the decision.
Exactly, Cranky. That's what I was going to say right there. It's no problem having you have your coaching staff sit in a room and you discuss all the players, but at the end of the day, before you submit the list, the buck should stop with you as far as who is on the list.
Well, all I know, cover should have been on this list. I think we are really doing a bad job as to how we stay on the player them. Like, who's keeping track of the player them? They need to do a better job, because some of the other youths that's coming through, Madasil, I don't know how we don't. Madasil say he wants to play Cranky. He said he wants to play live in our space. And the guy went down from Chelsea and he's doing well at Petersburg. We wanted Johnson Clark Harris. The man now get more game than Johnson Clark Harris, Jason?
Yes, a lot more.
Johnson Clark Harris.
Yeah, but we know, but we know that he's a born goal scorer. But these people see this kid, brought him from Chelsea, put him in a competition. He scored all the goals in the competition. Then they brought him into the main team, and he's getting more game than Johnson Clark Harris. So if we wanted him, that is not a testament to show you that maybe the next kid is a good prospect. Cranky, because he's getting game over him.
Yeah, but sometimes these things take time in a journey.
Okay.
Right? The coach has to know what the player.
Cranky.
Go ahead.
Cranky. You're a big man.
So where I come from?
Respect my elders.
Physically? Go ahead.
Yes. You're a big man. I was brought up to respect my elders physically, spiritually, and otherwise. I respect my seniors. However,
so why are you acting like Cranky so old? I don't believe you, Cranky, older than you.
JD,
Cranky older than you, Pastor?
Cranky, yes, he is.
Go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead, Pastor.
I am older than Jason and JD, but Cranky is older than me.
Okay, all right.
It's probably true, but go ahead, Pastor. Go ahead. Not mentally, but go ahead.
It is certainly true. I am saying, Cranky, it is expedient that everybody in the Jamaican football fan base hold people responsible. The 60-man squad, the other day I gave the coach 5 extra points. And this is my public declaration that I have removed 10 points because of this 60-man squad that Grim signed off on. It is atrocious. There is no way. He said he didn't know about cover in Austria. He saw cover for the 2 games. Cover went to the U20s. He must have put cover on the radar since Austria. There's no way a 60-man squad is produced without cover. And you have the likes of some unmentionable players in there. There is no way mother still from him 17-year-old. Cranky, I am flagging you. Don't interrupt me. And you me a flag because you're not hold the JFF.
All right, go ahead.
Pastor, we have a limited time. We have a limited time, Pastor. So go ahead. Limited time. We have 10 minutes. Can we have a go for the kid?
JD.
Me have limited time where you cost me too.
Senior man in the space. He's one of the senior man in the space. And they need to stop labeling me as flagging the JFF. And people like to say JFF don't run Pika. No, let me tell you something. The PNP and JLP party in Jamaica are 2 first cousins start them. Everything politically in Jamaica is joined by family. So the JFF is irresponsible not to have insider position in Pika. And if you don't have insider position in there, put Babsy Grange to do the work. It cannot be continued. There is no way for any 17-year-old mother still say he wants to play for Jamaica. What can take so long if you have to go tear down send me go up a RGD go look for the paper? Nothing can't take so long.
So Pastor, I'm gonna stop you there.
Hold on, Pastor. Hold on, Pastor. Let Cranky go ahead now because you want it all thing.
Pastor, there's politics in the football. And you know this, right? So things may not move along as fast as you want because of the politics. It's innate to the football, not only in Jamaica, frankly. You're the Brazil coach, they want more local people in team. Even though I play local people and export overseas. There's politics in the football, Pastor. And if a player don't get there, look, it takes a while to get your Jamaican passport. It's a 6-month process. I agree that the process can be expedited if you have contacts.
In one day.
Yeah, it can be done pretty quickly. Well, they have to go due diligence, right? They can't just give you in a one day. But it can be done much faster than it's done today. Because a kid.
It can be done in one day, Frankie.
Pastor, let Cranky talk the pastor, man. Pastor, please, just let Cranky talk because remember we have limited time. So let me close it off. Yeah.
Because a player indicate that he wants to play for the country doesn't mean you go out and out of way and just get to the team, right? Due diligence need to be done by the organization. I'm not sure who does it. I'm not sure who the scouts are. So we keep getting different information about who does what in England. And also, Pastor, as we all know, there's quotas everywhere. Some explicitly said, and some which are covered. I don't care what anybody wants to say. So even though we're told the national team doesn't have quotas, there's hidden quotas in there.
Lie. Yeah, lie.
I'm not gonna call out anything, Pastor.
Yeah, man. Cranky, remain yourself, Cranky, and we totally understand. Pastor, hold on. Pastor, hold on. Yeah.
Even though we beat speed, if you guys beating speed this morning and comparing speed to some other people, don't do that.
No, we never compare it. No, I never compare it. But other persons, remember, it's people's opinion. But Pastor, you're not gonna go because me never agree. Say Speed and Mr. Butler the same thing. Me never agree because me give Speed disrespect here. You say.
I didn't call anybody name. I'm saying Speed is an individual.
It's a way different person than Mr. Butler. Way different. It's not even the same class. So I would never agree with that, man. People, Travis, I say, why anytime a local player in the team we get upset? No, Travis, not like that. We are just struggling to pick the team, and nobody wanted it. Why, Travis? You should have tell me, say, should have go in a midfield. That's why you need to tell me. Tell me, say, one of the midfield, the winger them need to get start. So you can't say you're not gonna pick them either, Cranky and Jason. But yet still I tell me.
Look, JD and Pastor and Jason. If somebody says we're being biased, the concept and the idea is being exposed doesn't make any sense to me. We are trying to pick objectively the best team we see. Difference about players. Some people like this player. I may like somebody else. In every team, in every situation, in every country, there are going to be some people at the edge, or some people even substantive people are saying, you know what, he should be the team or he should be in the team. That happens. There is nothing that we're saying that I'm hearing suggests we are biased against any player from where they're from. We're not biased against local players. In fact, we want local players in the team. But if they're not good enough, we're not going to say they should be in the team.
Liam Bailey is a local player. So we want Liam Bailey, we want Andre Blake in the team, but it has to be. We can't just. We need to stop this thing of just putting players in the team. We have seen enough.
So Cranky. JD, what I've come to realize, and I take a deep look into it, because I have a daughter who is well educated, right? And I put the situation to her about the quota system, and she understands where the quota people are coming from. JD, I don't think we love Jamaica more than them. We all love Jamaica the same, but they want to see people do good, and we want to see the country do good. That's what I've come to realize. So them just want to say,
specific people. They want specific people do good.
Right.
That is discrimination. But that is discrimination.
It is discrimination.
No, we all have the same goal. The problem we have is we have an ultimate goal, and there are sub-goals along that path, and they're trying to achieve multiple things, and we just want the ultimate outcome.
Exactly.
So they're trying to achieve giving players exposure, international exposure, when we still on play. They're trying to do a lot of different things, and we're saying we just want to win.
Exactly.
And we don't believe the best chance to win is having certain players in the team. They're not less national than we are, less patriot than we are. Let's not say that. It's just that they have other goals they want to achieve, and we're saying we can't sacrifice the ultimate goal to achieve those other goals. That's the difference.
Right. Yeah. That's the right way, Cranky. Cause I used to think that they are delusional, but after talking to my daughter, who is a well-educated
but Dubbob, that don't mean them are delusional, Dubbob. Because if you want the end goal as what we want, and then you want to sell the players them, and the players them are not at the level, and you think you can achieve all of that, that is still delusional.
I'm gonna put something to you, and this is very simple, right? If your daughter play for your soccer team, right, and you know with JD, just be real with me. And you can ask the question after me ask you. And you know within yourself, so your daughter is not the best player, right? Wouldn't you like to see your daughter on the team?
I would like to see her in the team, but would I tell her a lie? Me I gotta bring my daughter come from an extreme. Me I gotta bring my daughter come from an extreme, and I'm gonna ask her if she's not good at something. If I'm not gonna tell her, and you believe me, you're gonna learn who me is. Because me I tell her, because me gonna tell her what she need to do.
I'm not saying you're gonna lie. You already say you would like to see your daughter on the team. And me see my son play already. I play soccer already, and I know that my son, there are players they are better than my son, but I want to see my son in the team. So,
yeah, but is he good enough? So when the coach don't pick him now, Bob, you are gonna tell him say him good enough to make the team? You're gonna lie to him, or you're gonna tell him say you may not think you're good enough, but me think you can work on this and that. Don't.
JD, what you're doing, you're bringing the conversation to where it makes sense. All I'm trying to
do. Oh God.
Let me finish. All I'm trying to do.
Here's what's the problem. The international players.
Let me just finish, Cranky. I'm just trying to prove. I'm just trying to show you where they are coming from. So we all have bias in us. So I don't agree with their thinking, JD. I'm just trying to let you see why they think the way they think.
So some people will say, if I play devil's advocate, guys, is this. When we made the World Cup, we had more local players than overseas players. When we got to the final of the Gold Cup and semi-final, we had more local players than overseas players. Now, they will say local players have shown that they can compete on the international level when given an opportunity. And so, why are you guys so focused on excluding them from the team?
And here's my answer, though. I'm cranky over that. When we make it to the Gold Cup, we literally tried our best to exclude players after changing the system. That is a fact, because other people from outside, good players, talked about it, that they were omitted from the actual squad based on the actual coach at the time. That is one. In 1998, that is two. Now, Cranky, we never gone nowhere, because you were big enough, you were way bigger than me at the time. We never gone nowhere, nobody never have no hope. When actually a little youth come on the back of Paul all them and mistakenly go on training because he never had nothing to do after Paul all them gone on training, and them see him and them actually pick him. That is how we get safe to go to.
Jerry, you missed my point. You missed my point. My point is this: it's about numbers, right? So if I have 11 international players in my team, then there are no local players. The affinity between the general public in Jamaica and the players in the association may not be there like people want it, right? Because they don't know the international players. Or the players who are born outside of Jamaica and never been affiliated with Jamaica as much as the local players, right? They didn't grow up in Jamaica, they didn't play schoolboy football.
Yeah.
That linkage is not there. That's part of the concern people have.
All right, but no, Cranky, don't spin from the point there. You think that is actually true what they just said a while ago? Because remember, Demar Gray, everybody talk about Demar Gray better than Liam Bailey, and a Jamaican band people talk about Liam Demar Gray, so it comes down to what you do based off what my.
No, JD, you're talking about one-off situation, JD. Think holistically.
Okay.
Big picture, which is how you got to think about these things, not one-off situation. Because come with all a bunch of examples. We had 3 persons who were mainstay in the 98 team that went to the World Cup. Now, when we got to the World Cup, Simonis realized he needed better players. He went on and got the players of the world, right? He went on and got players to supplement what he had because he realized even though the local players got them there, he couldn't go farther with them, at least in his view. Some people may disagree. The point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to show people that there's 2 sides to the story. So try to understand both sides, and then you can make a better informed decision. I don't agree with the sentiment. I think we should just pick the best players based on a lot of different situations to assess what best looks like.
All right, so Cranky.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before I because we want to wrap up because I'm running out of time. But look at it, Cranky. Remember at that time, Simos had a plan and could have supplemented that plan properly due to the condition at the time, and maybe some teams never so far and wide away from us. But at this point, we have a more statistical record to say that the JPL is nowhere near certain leagues in and around, so we don't have to fight with Mexico and United States anymore. We have to fight with Mexico, United States, Canada, Costa Rica, Suriname, Guatemala, El Salvador. It is bigger now. It is bigger now. So what would you say now? Because that is a statistical proof that widened the corridor to have a bigger conversation, because we never had to fight with so much teams at the time. But now we have it because they are using the same thing that we are trying to fight against. What would you say? The answer to that?
What I would say is that we need to think broad about what is Jamaica. Is Jamaica the 144 by 44, or is Jamaica where Jamaicans reside, regardless of their birth, regardless of where they actually live? Do we consider Jamaica to be global because we're Jamaicans, so we're not making distinction between who live on the island and who don't? Or we do have a myopic view to say Jamaican is just people who born in Jamaica and live in Jamaica, right? I think you got to broaden.
Can I answer that, Frankie?
Go ahead.
Frankie, can I answer that?
Yeah.
The Jamaica motto says, out of many, one people. So it would be Jamaica, 10 million, approximately 10 million people, rather than Jamaica, approximately 3 million people.
All right.
Until we get to the reality where Jamaica.
No,
Yes.
but Pastor, you want to agree about that? Some people don't see it that way.
All right,
And
let
that
me
is
say
the
this.
problem, Frankie. Frankie,
Pastor.
that is
Pastor, give Double a chance, because we're closing off in 3
All right,
minutes. I have to run out now.
What I noticed, let me tell you what I noticed that is common, right? And it doesn't matter a person levels of intelligence. Most people that agree with the quota system live in Jamaica. And most people that disagree with it live out of Jamaica. So it is important that we understand why the people that want to see the system, the quota system, it's important that we understand them. We don't have to agree with them, but we can't just like disregard their thinking. There must be a reason why they are thinking that way. And it is very common that most of the people that think that way live in Jamaica. So there must be an underlying condition why they think that.
Well, the quota system is unconstitutional, but Jamaica Constitution and the JFF Constitution. It's unconstitutional. So it's not even a discussion as far as I'm concerned.
All right, so people, you finish up, Cranky. Sorry about that. You finish up, fine.
The quota system is unconstitutional, both for Jamaica law and for the JFF. So I don't even talk about these things anymore. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
Because in most countries, you go by a constitution. That's your guide, that's your principles, that's your value, that's how you operate. And if you're going against what you have exposed and put into law, it makes no sense to me.
Just
Now,
of course. I agree with you.
It makes no sense.
All right, so
Cranky. One
yeah,
word
Jason,
of advice.
finish your point,
Yeah,
Jason.
last thing on this. One word of advice, Cranky, for whenever you have round 175 against Chung, have the Constitution in front of you, so you can't pin you down on the articles. All right, that's my only advice.
Jason, I don't talk off the top of my head, Jason. I read first before I go talk, and I read it from multiple sources, and I read it from their Constitution. And I pointed out on one of the shows, I had a management show. I walked through the Constitution, which talks about the Constitution itself and discrimination or not discriminating. It is clear as day. So when Chung is saying what he's saying, he's talking on top of it. Chung says a lot of things sometimes, which you got to go back and retract. I don't retract anything, because I make sure I fully understand what I'm saying first before I say it. I'm not making it up on the spot. I read the Constitution from back to front, then I provide a perspective. And it's not disputable that it's unconstitutional to have a quota system.
All right, so people, you hear it there. Thanks, Cranky, for passing through Double. You finish.
That I certainly agree with.
All right. So, guys, everyone that came on, massive respect, man. I have to run and pick the daughter now and I have to get our bicycle sorted out. I have to get the lock and all sorts of stuff. You know, so thanks, Jason. Thanks, Double, Pastor, and Cranky that passed through. Thanks to all of the viewers. We have to figure a way. We have to figure a way how we can, as what Double said, maybe they have a different view. We can figure a way how we can have this conversation. So it can just not come down to a quota only, but people understand and truly want the best for Jamaica, because I don't think it's the best for Jamaica if you want to enforce a quota. All right, but next day we can talk on it, because I have to run now, people. So thanks yet again, man. All right, massive respect. Take care. Smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe. Peace out.